what do you got?
I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
It's a legal term the lawyers use. It just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Mens rea?
Put the cuffs on him.
How could we have gotten mens rea? We take blood? Can you do it without taking blood? We both use condoms. How is this possible? I want to see a doctor. Can I have an independent blood test?
Money!
I feel sick.
What are you doing?
Mens rea!
I'm having my Korean panic attack.
Hey, everybody. How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, however good it might feel. Welcome, welcome one and all. We are off to a fantastic start for this little program that we call Legal Vices. What could possibly go wrong today? Everything. I got dog hair on me. Yeah, that's part of what's wrong. That I didn't even have time to make myself a little fancy cocktail like I was supposed to. We'll have to delay cocktail day to tomorrow. Today I just need a really good bourbon. This is the remains of last effort Friday. This is a 17-year aged wild turkey Master's Keep. I need this. I just need something really good today. Why? What happened? What happened, you ask? All right. Well, where to start? This is just my day. Oh, hell. All right. So I go to work a hard day. Everything's great. I come home. Well, I don't come home. I go to the gym. I bust my ass. It's like lower half workout day. I'm dying. I can barely walk. And I get in the house and I notice instantly something's a little bit off. I'll read that later. I noticed something's a little bit off because the house smells a little funny. It just kind of smelled a little musty, a little dank, which was unusual because normally my house doesn't smell bad. And as always, when I open the door, I close the door. Yoda will come kind of walking up to greet me first, and then I walk in, and then Strawberry will come running down the hall to get the pets. Well, Yoda came just barreling down the hallway and was so happy to see me and just way too excited and was just all like just hyperventilating everywhere. And I thought, okay, that's different. Yoda's a little bit animated. That's not usually Yoda's shtick. Yoda's not usually the most animated of dogs. So then I turned the hallway, and it's better just to show the video than than explain it. The first part of the video, I'm just explaining what I literally just finished taking care of all the problems, so I didn't even have time to set up the video right. So we're doing this without audio. This is me walking in the door straight out of the gym. And I'm explaining just what I told you. The Yoda was coming down the hall. Yoda was a little bit too animated for his own good, and the smell was kind of weird. I don't think you can hear that, but that's Yoda being extra excited. Can you hear that? You can't hear that, right? Yeah, that's what I came home to. That's what I came home to. They got out. Yoda found a way to push the veranda door open and get into the garbage can. They found a way to open the veranda, which is what I'm explaining here. But see, Yoda's kind of stupid. See, Dargy's really sensitive. Look at Dargy just kind of sitting there, noting something's wrong. When Yoda's still like, I did a good job, didn't I? Look what I did. Look what I did. I did a good job, didn't I? Dumbasses. Yoda was just like, oh, look at me. Look at me. I did something. Look what I made for you. Look what I made for you. And Yoda's like, oh my God. I mean, Strawberry's like, oh my God, he's going to kill us. Yeah. So, and it was a full garbage that takes quite a while to fill up. I keep it out on the veranda, out in like the laundry room. So it sits out there in the sun. It gets kind of ripe by the time it gets thrown away, but it's all inside a closed bag until the dogs rip it open and scatter it about the house. So yeah, that's kind of what I walked into the house doing it. And like I said, I'm just absolutely drained from the gym, trying to get less fat, and I can barely move. And Koreans have a saying. They have an expression, not really a saying, it's an expression. 영혼을 빠졌다, which means like your spirit left your body. That's literally what it means. And that's kind of just like, seriously, just saw that, and then just like my spirit left my body, and so yeah, I didn't have time to set up anything, didn't have time to make myself a little cocktail, didn't have time to do much of anything, didn't even have time to get the right videos that I wanted to keep locked and loaded here. Yeah, so there we go. How are you all doing today? And seriously, I'm just drained. I just don't care anymore right now. Oh God. And yeah, the cleaning lady is coming this Friday, so yeah. Yeah. There's nothing you can do. Legal Vices, at least you weren't a no-show like the attorney that missed a hearing with Judge Manning yesterday. I saw that. Yeah, she was like calling him on the phone, trying to remind him. I don't him or her. I didn't actually get to see whether or not she linked up with her, but Leafy Fifi Foo says Jeff needs a chin merkin. We finally got the stubble going, so a few more days and it'll be back to where it needs to be. Been there, done that. Thank you so much for the first super chat of the day. Warms the cockles of my heart. Pre-trial is going to be starting here soon. John Gordon, Yoda's getting an ass whipping. Nah. It was my fault for not locking the veranda door. I just didn't expect Yoda to push the damn veranda door open with that stupid blockhead of his. Now I know better. Yeah, my fault. Just dogs being dogs. Dogs don't get ass whoopings for being dogs. The Lorax misgendered them. Did I? Whatever, I don't care. But my dogs are trash pandas. Just Yoda, though. Like you saw that look on Strawberry's face. Strawberry's like, oh my Lord, Yoda really got into this one. I mean, Strawberry helped, but does that look like, it wasn't me? Yeah. So that's what I came home to, and that's just where all of my energy's gone. I just no cocktails today. Just a great old, really, 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 really nice bourbon that will just help me through the evening. We have Bella Stella 10 gifted Legal Vices memberships. If you are one of the lucky recipients that just got one of those 10 gifted Legal Vices memberships, make sure you give Bella Stella a deep and heartfelt thanks for that. Thank you so much for being so generous, Bella Stella. Flux, Flux dropping the super chat. Mochadik Poon XOXO, fully adjustable below for freedom. I really hope I can add that phrase with Judge Manning. She is a baddest of asses. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be kind of doing a little chill stream here. You know, we've done some sensational trials, we've done some dramatic trials, we've done a lot of things, but it's always nice just to take a look back and see what a normal average court day looks like. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. And I like Judge Manning because she's a charismatic judge. She's funny. She doesn't take a lot of crap from anybody for anything. Like, so we could go and watch clips of like exciting court moments and wild court moments. You know, we could go like do a law talk with Mike doesn't kind of call them, but I just wanted to start at the beginning of a normal day and see what these judges have to put up with from morning until evening. But we'll just watch a couple of hours of Judge Manning in action. Again, Judge Manning is probably my favorite courtroom judge. So that's why I chose her to do this. What do we got coming up? Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're going to be doing cults. It seems like everybody wants to talk about cults these days because of the Vallow trial. We got Danny that she does her court things, and we're going to be reading some cult porn on Friday. That's the plan anyway, to read some Chad Daybell erotic literature on Friday evening with Danny and I. But we'll be talking about some cults tomorrow, a few of them, plus this new cult thing that we found in Africa last week, where I think they're up to 73 bodies now. We'll be talking a little bit about that. Thursday will be Chandler Remington and I doing our normal OJ Simpson, and Friday will be what I wanted to do last Friday. Assuming I'm around. I'm not going to schedule anything for Friday because I've got to go out Friday night. I don't plan on drinking a lot. So if I don't, I will be back at a normal hour and we'll stream for a couple of hours. But what I want to do is what I wanted to do last Friday, but then I had all the guests that the last thing my guests wanted to do was talk about the topics I wanted to talk about last week. So we just kind of got off the rails for several hours. I want to go back and talk about those things. Talk about Cleopatra. Talk about maybe talk about a little bit of Elon Musk. I almost said Elon Musk. We can talk about some topical issues, catch up on a few trials. We've got some developments in the Taylorship business case. We've got some other cases that are finally getting scheduled. So that's probably what we'll do Friday, just kind of a little bit of a roundup. That'll take us through the weekend. And next Maritime Monday, we're going to be talking a near collision in San Diego between two Navy vessels. And that'll take us up to about this time of next week. So, all right, everybody, welcome. Welcome to my world. And the Raelians are in Korea. They've kind of died out, though. I haven't heard of the Raelians in, 10, 15 years anywhere in the world. Mac Turner got legally married over the weekend. Been with her for almost 20 years, so it was worth the time. Well, congratulations. Wow. Yeah, the Raelians, they kind of got a little bit of a foothold here in Korea 25 years ago or so. Don't know. Well, Koreans are very prone to cultish followings. I'll have to dig up through my old folders. I've got some like my old stuff from back when I was a missionary here. I collected doomsday cult pamphlets because there was so many of them running around. I should do that. I'm gonna have to make a note to myself to go collect those. We can look at those as well as talk about some of the other cults. Right. But for today, well, this is where the Moonies started. So yeah, they've been really quiet the past several years. But yeah, this is where the Moonies started, the Unification Church. Music and fiction. When I was there in the 2010s, it was the Shincheonji. Well, they were the ones that were responsible for the great COVID, for the great Rona outbreak in Korea. It was very well contained back in the day. The Rona was contained here in Korea until the Shincheonji. They had a big meeting and then they just went all over the country spreading it around. They were the super spreaders that broke the Rona dam here in Korea. So they're extra hated now. Yes, the Mooney started in Korea. The Reverend Moon Sun Myung. He's the moon in the Mooney is Reverend Moon. I actually went to one of their ceremonies. We'll talk about all this tomorrow. Yeah, we'll talk about all this tomorrow. We'll answer all your Korean cult questions tomorrow. But today is Alex Manning, so let's jump right into this. We've got our like and subscribe poll set up. 471 concurrent viewers. Hey, that's awesome. Great that you are all here. Now that I see there's so many of you here, that perks me up a little bit, makes me a little happy. Team YouTube has been a member for 1 month of the Clean and Sober Crew. Says, yeah, I have a milestone chat. That is all right. You did it, and thank you so much for doing that. Make sure you like the video. There's 466 of you and only 264 likes. That means 200 of you haven't done your job. So please get in there, hit that like button. And I'm assuming because 200 of you haven't hit the like button that you are not aware of our rules to subscribe and like. So please, I'm sure there's 200 of you at least that aren't subscribers to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button while we go through all of this, because that's what we're doing. We're trying to get our way back up to 36,000 where we were. And again, we went up and we went back down. Now it's just YouTube. We're celebrating today, as a matter of fact, the 1 month stagnation of subscribers during the great YouTube cull. So there we go. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, take our like and subscribe poll, which is just kind of an informational thing here. I like Judge Manning. I don't know who Judge Manning is. Why are we doing this? And keep it up are your choices. So all right. The Moonanites. No, they're not Moon. We'll talk about the Moonanites tomorrow. All right. Judge Manning. Not like I said, I didn't even have time to check the order I wanted to do all of this in, so I think we're just gonna hit the go button. And if you don't know who Judge Manning is, she is in Fulton County, Georgia. She's a Spitfire. She's a judge now. She was in the Army, then she was a police officer, then she went to law school, and then she became a judge. So she's not a sit on your laurels and do nothing type. And let's see here. I want to make sure seems like they're all titled the same. Let's do that. All right, there we go. This is Judge Manning doing a hearing 11 days ago. And these are like bond hearings. We'll watch a few of these bond hearings. This is what normal criminal judges deal with every damn day of their life. Just listening to people and lecturing them and setting their bond. So we'll watch the bond hearings for a little bit. Not the James Bond hearing, just bond hearings. All right, boom. Embiggen it. And let's go. That's Judge Manning up there in the top left corner. And there's no audio yet. The audio will come on here in a minute.
Stay in your. We got everybody. I think. Fairly short calendar night. Gentlemen, stay in your seat. Stay in the booth, okay? If you hear me call a name and it's not yours and maybe the guy behind you, don't worry about it. We'll come back. But when I call your name, you need to wave your hand so that I can see that you're here. I understand in Cobb you may be handcuffed, but the best you can, shrug your shoulder, do something like that so I can at least see that you're here, okay? And we'll get through this as quickly as possible. Don't braid your hair. Don't mash your zits. Don't turn around. Don't run outside. I know it's time for medical call. for your meds? If so, you can step outside and get them, but please, we will try to get you in and out of here as quickly as possible. Tonight, this is what I call a you problem, gentlemen. That means you are in jail. I'm addressing your bond and your bond conditions, okay? So I'm going to tell you the charges, and I'm going to address bond on each charge, and then I'll put conditions with those bonds. So pay attention. It may tell you to stay away from somewhere, somebody, or something. So just make sure you pay attention. Your public defender, your lawyer is going to probably mail you a copy of your bond order once they're finished tonight. But by chance, if you happen to bond out before you get a copy of that bond order, you should reach out to your attorney and say, hey, can you send me a copy of my bond order? Because you may not remember the conditions and you could be violating it just by being in Fulton County. If I tell you to stay out of Fulton County, it's not an opportunity for you to talk tonight. It's a lot like first appearance. We're just addressing bond though, okay? So everybody's on mute. Not going to be able to hear you. The only people that are going to talk are the public defenders and myself, pre-trial, and
It's probably vodka in there.
maybe a victim advocate or something like that. But as far as you folks, you're not going to get a chance to talk, okay? Everybody got it? Give me a thumbs up. All right. When I call your name, just
Now that's kind of Judge Manning's opening. She's very fair. She's very tolerant until you piss her off, and then she can get pretty nuclear. So yeah, Joy says, I don't take no shit is her mood. King Ginger 333 says, Jeff has a crush on Manning. I think so. Lol. Nah, Judge Manning is squarely on Team Flux. Flux says, I want to be just like her when I grow up. Just don't shave your head. We like the long Flux braids. John Gary, getting banned from Fulton County by Judge Manning is on my bucket list. She bans people from the county all the time. Let's see what she does with these folks.
let's take your just wave your hand for me. Let's see. Christopher Terrell. Thank you, sir. It's position 9. We got everybody here. We got Miss Correa. Yep. Brooks, Miss Correa.
I'm covering for her, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. This is position 9, boss to see. All right. It's 21-CP-204022. Christopher Terrell. 538 days in jail without indictment. Aggravated assault. There is a $40,000 good bond.
See, now listen to this. This is a thing. This is a real thing in court. This, I mean, you know, you get these murder trials that we watch, and they go to trial after 1 year or 2 years or whatnot. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, why did it take so long? She is talking to a guy that has been in lockup in the jail for more than 500 days, and he hasn't even been indicted yet. That's real life, folks. That's more real life than some of the stuff that we watch, some of these trials that we watch. So when you ask why does it take 3, 4, 5 years to go to trial for murder, this is a dude that's been in jail for 538 days without being indicted. And of course, she starts off being not too happy about that.
It's 21-CP-204022. Christopher Terrell. 538 days in jail without indictment. Aggravated assault. There is a $40,000 good bond as of December the 1st. I don't know, but please tell me this is not the only charge that's holding him in jail for 538 days without an indictment. Pre-trial.
Pre-trial. I love when she does that.
Christopher Terrell, Judge. 15 in Georgia, 1 in Florida. 2 felony, both are aggravated assaults. 3 misdemeanors, battery, and a simple, I can't talk. Simple battery, visible harm. Jeez. 2 FTAs.
FTA is a failure to appear.
Go ahead, Ms. Beck.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Terrell is one of the oldest cases.
Hey, Steph the Ultra Nerd here in chat. Welcome, Steph. Good to see you. So luckily, I mean, that wasn't the only thing keeping him in jail. He's got a ton of other stuff going on in other jurisdictions.
3 misdemeanors, battery, and a simple, I can't talk. Simple battery, visible harm. Jeez. 2 FTAs.
Failure to appear.
Nothing further.
Go ahead, Ms. Beck.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Terrell
It's a public defender.
is one of the oldest cases in it is the oldest case in Attorney Correa's caseload. He has been in custody since October 23rd of 2021. That is approximately 540 days of continuous confinement without an indictment.
Hey,
Mr.
potentially
Terrell's
criminal.
first preliminary hearing was supposed to be June 21st of 22, which would be 8 months after his arrest. The officer failed to appear that day and the case had to be reset. On June 30th of 2022, the officer did appear and testified that the alleged incident date was June 2nd, 2020. The officer testified that the complaining witness is a known homeless individual. The officer also testified that no weapon has ever been recovered or even identified. It's just known as an unknown shiny object and only suspected to be a knife. At
Only
Mr.
suspected
Terrell's
to be a
last
knife.
court date, December 1st of 2022, ADA, I don't want to butcher this. One of the ADAs, I don't want to butcher their name, was candid with the court that there has been no state contact with the complaining witness and that a locate request was done in 2021 and that request yielded no results. As of today, we are at 50 days away from this alleged incident date being 3 years old. Decisions must be made in this case, and there has to be an indictment. Regarding Mr. Terrell, he will live with Miss Pennington at the address notated on Odyssey, so we do have a good address for him to go to. He was receiving SSI and disability at the time of his arrest due to mental health conditions. He has 4 adult children and 5 grandchildren. At this time, since there has been absolutely no movement, and I am interested in hearing from the ADA if there has been any contact with the complaining witness, and he has been in there for 540 days, we are asking for a $1,000 bond so Mr. Terrell may return to his family. It has been way too long.
They're asking that the bond be reduced from $40,000 to $1,000.
Right. As promised, I've already put that in my email to Miss Willis that I just add to along the night, and then I hit send at the end of the night. So I already put that on there, and that's highlighted in red. Miss Brooks.
Yes, Your Honor. Our victim advocate did attempt to make contact with the victim. I believe his name is Christopher Martin. She did leave a voicemail. However, she was not able to make contact. At this time, Your Honor, we do understand he's been in jail for an extended period of time. If the court is inclined to grant bond, we would just ask that he stay away from the victim, Christopher Martin, stay away from the incident location, 840 McDonough Boulevard, and have no further contact with the victim at this time.
I didn't hear a number from you.
You did not, Your Honor. If the bond is at $40,000 at this time, I would ask that it remain the same.
Yeah, I like that. She's calling out the prosecutor. I just want to know what number you're looking for a bond. This is a bond hearing. I didn't hear a number. Give me a number. So she wants the whole 40,000.
Drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. I even had to put an ankle monitor. So he's gonna live at McDaniel Street.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. No further contact with Christopher Martin. Stay away from 840 McDonough Boulevard, Southeast. Because on here before we said must provide a sufficient address. So
now we have one, Your Honor, so problem solved.
All right, so if it's the McDonough address, what's your position on ankle monitor? I mean, he's been in here 538 days.
We would ask for an ankle monitor to be added as well if he's going to receive a bond he can potentially make.
We would consent to an ankle monitor because we have the utmost faith in him that he is going to return. So we're not concerned about that. We are just asking for a $1,000 bond so that he can go home and have the opportunity to be on an ankle monitor.
All right. 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, employment, attorney visits. I guess if he's on SSI, probably need to do some more medical visits. But if you have some type of job, whatever, as long as you supply the name of your location you'll be working, the name of the employer, the schedule, supply that to the ankle monitoring company and to Ms. Correa. $2,000 good bond. Best of luck to you, sir.
So she reduced it to $2,000. That's a healthy reduction there from $40,000 to $2,000. And that's a way of telling the prosecutor, you guys need to step up your game. The dude's been in there for 18 months. Yeah, that's a thing. And I believe this is Mac Turner said, "I'd hate to be a man in this court, guilty until proven innocent." One, she's not doing any guilt or innocence. She's doing bond hearings. And also Mac Turner says the guys who love Manning, I wish you got to meet her in real life. Maybe she's changed since 2003. I don't know what was she doing in 2003, Mac Turner? I'd be curious. Please put it there in chat. Oh, I was very young then, but she was already in law enforcement. Any man or woman in law enforcement that isn't big, strong, and fast took the job for power, especially in Atlanta. Yeah, no, she that was right about the time I guess she started law school. She graduated in 2006. So yeah, she would have started right about 2003. And yeah, well, you know, maybe the cops should be tough on crime. I don't know. Anyway,
You can leave the booth, sir. Thank you.
so we got
Quan Wright.
you got to reduce from $40,000 to $1,000.
Mr. Wright, looks like we got 3 cases.
3 cases for Mr.
Right.
Wright.
22 CP 214988, 107 days without indictment. No bond as of December the 29th. Robbery by sudden snatching. 22 CP 214889, 107 days without indictment. Robbery by sudden snatching. No bond as of December 29th. 22 CP 214990.
Look how long these people are sitting there without even being indicted.
Snatching. No bond as of December the 29th. Pre-trial.
Judge, in regards to Mr. Wright, 2 prior arrests, but numerous other open cases. 22 CP 214990 robbery. 21 CP 201949 robbery. 21 SC 17987 robbery. Computer theft 2 counts. Computer forgery 5 counts. 21 CP 201950 robbery. 21 CP 202312 ID theft. Financial transaction card fraud. Nothing further.
All right.
So he's
Go ahead, Mr.
done
Clayton.
some snatching and card fraud.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have before you Mr. Daquan Wright. He's 21 years old. He does have a good address, 5679 Dunmore Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia, where he lives with his mother, Yolanda Wright, and his sister, Brianna Davis. He has been in jail for more than 90 days, 107 days without indictment. The
other guy's like, "Come on, bitch! I've been in like a lot longer than that."
We would not have a problem with an ankle monitor or with staying out of Fulton County, but we would ask that the bond be set at $5,000 on each of these cases.
Ms. Brooks.
Your Honor, we do believe Mr. Wright is at risk to commit additional crimes if he is released on bonds. Currently, as you just stated, he has 3 open robbery by snatch charges. Our victim advocate did try to reach the victim in case ending in 988, Dina Bikele. However, she was not able to make contact at this time. We would request an ankle monitor and that he stay away from any victims. The court is inclined to set bond. We'd be asking for a bond of at least $50,000 on each case.
Right, position 21.
That's
No drugs, no
150,000.
prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. Stay away from 2848 Main Street. Stay away from all MARTA property. Serve buses, trains, planes, automobiles. If you try to tie your shoe at a MARTA bus stop, you're in violation of your bond condition. Stop, walk past that bus stop, sit down and tie your shoe somewhere else. No further contact with DINA.
That was good. This guy can't go anywhere. He can get out of jail if he can put up the bond, whatever her bond is set at, but he can't go anywhere or do anything.
8 Main Street. Stay away from all MARTA property. Serve buses, trains, planes, automobiles. If you try to tie your shoe at a MARTA bus stop, you're in violation of your bond condition. Stop, walk past that bus stop, sit down and tie your shoe somewhere else. No further contact with DINA, last name BEKELE. You can have an ankle monitor paid for by the Orca Project with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, employment, as long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, a schedule, and the exact location you're going to be working. You have to supply that to your lawyer and to the ankle monitoring company. Stay out of Fulton County. The only reason you're coming to Fulton County is court or to see your lawyer. Throw snacks in your car if you're driving, because you can't stop and get a snack, get gas, get a flat tire, straight to the courthouse, and leave. $25,000 good bond. Position 22, no drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol.
Wow. See, that's her thing there too. That pre-trial thing is weird to me. That's her shtick. That's her fun thing. That's her way of keeping everybody entertained. That's what she's known for. Shell Bell, aren't they in jail? Why can't the victim advocate make contact with them? They can. The public defenders get to meet with them, and it's. He said, we have here, this is the district attorney, and then they've got the public attorneys down here, the public defenders down here, and if they have their own lawyers, they pop in. But yeah, this guy, he can't go anywhere near anything owned by this company, this transportation company. And the stay out of Fulton County condition, well, that's her thing, and apparently it's still a thing because nobody's questioned it yet. Yeah, it's a bond condition. They're not, I guess they're not being banned from going there. They're just being told if they want to stay out of jail not to go there. I don't know. It is interesting though, because apparently nobody's challenged it.
Alcohol, no weapons. No further contact with Antonius, Antonious. Last name is Dieker. Stay away from 2020 Lee Street South.
Well, you're the victim's advocate doesn't make contact with the accused. These are the accused. See, I was being Mr. Defendant guy there. They're in jail. They've been there for a long time without indictment. They're the victims here. Yeah. I probably need to retract that, huh? Yeah, so I guess the victim's advocates wouldn't really have much of a reason to go to jail, but the public defenders can go there.
Southwest, stay away from all MARTA property, bus stops, train stations, MARTA property, period. Once again, can't even tie your shoe at a bus stop. You can have an ankle monitor paid for by the Orca Project with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, and medical. Employment, as long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, location, and a schedule to the ankle monitoring company and to your lawyer. Stay out of Fulton County, once again, unless you're here for court or to see your lawyer. Don't get gas, don't get a flat tire, don't get a snack. $25,000 good bond.
All right, he's in for 50
23.
now. So we can assume
No
he's going to get another
drugs unless prescribed,
25.
no alcohol, no weapons. Stay away from 2020 Lee Street Southwest. No further contact with Charles Nguyen, Nguyen. You can have an ankle monitor paid for by the Orca Project with a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, and employment. Once again, as long as you supply the name of your employer, place of employment, schedule, and the exact location you'll be working. Stay out of Fulton County. You only come to Fulton County for court or to see your lawyer. So if you have to go to Cobb County, hit 285. Do not run out of gas on 285. That'll be a violation of your bond conditions. $25,000 good bond. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth.
75,000.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Mr. Wright has a hold for Cobb County and a hold for Clayton County. I don't know if that is going to mess
You'll
up.
have 48 hours to have that ankle monitor placed on his ankle once he's released from that hold.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is that it for you, Mr. Clayton, or do you have more?
That's it. That's it for me.
All right. Have a good one.
Good to see you.
Let's see. Is ACDC back yet?
What? ACDC. No, they're back in black. See what I did there. Thank you so much, Pin King with 554, a flat tire you can't prevent. Well, so there you go. Don't do it. Yeah, just don't stop there. If you got a flat tire, ride your rims off, I guess. Or as she said, take the highway around Fulton County. And Flux, more judges need to ban people from their jurisdiction. That's fluxing awesome. Why don't more judges do this? Well, probably because, like Sean said, it might not really be all that constitutional. E. Copra says, what about Chick-fil-A? Oh, yeah, hopefully she'll be banning somebody from Chick-fil-A. She bans people from Chick-fil-A all the time. Don't stop at Chick-fil-A.
See him.
No, Judge, I don't think she's back on
Okay,
yet.
let's see. Two. I got. How about Reginald Peterson? Wave your hand if you're original piece.
There you go,
right.
Reggie.
Position 12. We got Ms. Safarasi here for Mr. Peterson.
I'm also covering for her, Your Honor.
You're also Ms. Safarasi there. All right.
I know, I have multiple personalities.
All right. 22 CP 214794. 118
it's a
days
belt
of that
route.
indictment. December the 19th. There's a $15,000 good bond for crossing state county guard lines with weapons, intoxicants, and
CMG law.
drugs without consent, terroristic threats and acts, giving false information, law enforcement officer, willful obstruction. Pre-trial.
Well, Ms. Beck, we got rap services for that if you need it. Anyway,
I appreciate that. I don't know if I would qualify.
In regards to Mr. Peterson, judge, multi-state offender, 6 in Georgia, 1 in Connecticut, 19 in Alabama, 1 in
Jesus.
Florida, open case, 19 SC 167507, obstruction, simple battery, 2 counts in judicial hold.
So he's in for about 30 different charges across the United States, including 19 charges in Alabama. Yikes.
In Alabama, he has old convictions in the 90s. In Connecticut, old stuff. He has a hold in Decatur for probation violation. Nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Beck. And we know where he's going to live.
We have a good mailing address for him that he can definitely receive mail at. We are still working on an address, but he did say that he does check that mailbox regularly.
Okay.
And that is 89 Ellis Street in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
So it has been 118 days without an indictment or preliminary hearing. He has not yet been heard for a preliminary hearing. Mr. Peterson is 49 years old. He has lived in Georgia for the last 12 years. He has 1 child, and he also has a lot of family that lives here in the state. He was employed with churches prior to his arrest. He went through the 10th grade, and we are asking for a bond not to exceed $5,000, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead, Ms.
That's
Brooks.
pretty low, but okay.
Your Honor, in this matter, we'd be asking for bond to remain the same at $15,000. We would ask that he stay away from the victim listed as Rosico L. Our victim advocate did attempt to make contact with that victim. However, the phone number was not listed on the report. We would also ask for a ankle monitor.
Your Honor, if I may, I would like the fact that the state is unable to get in contact with the complaining witness to be taken into consideration. Moving forward, they would have to get in touch with them for the case to be successful. So we would like that to be taken into account.
All right. Come on in, Fort South. Booth 3, sit down. All right. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. Stay away from 2873 Main Street. El Rosico. I think that's the name of a restaurant. I don't think that's a person's name, maybe. Gonna have an ankle monitor paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew. Court, lawyer, medical, and employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment, schedule, and the exact location you're going to be working. No further contact with, let's see, Officer D. Bailey, unless it's in her official capacity. You have to supply an address where you'll be living when you bond out, so you have to give it to the jail.
If
So
you
got
bond out. Is she going to reduce the
$2,000,
$15,000 bond?
5,000,
7,
1,000, and 2,000.
8,
2,000, 5,000,
11.
1,000, and 2,000.
So $11,000.
Sir, you have 48 hours to have that ankle monitor placed on your ankle once you get released from your hold. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth. Joseph Allen.
There you go. He got reduced from $15,000 to $11,000. Is that the dog snoring or on the video? Yes, that is the dog. That is Strawberry snoring. Strawberry is snoring right behind me. Jeff, where are the doggos? That just answered that question. Strawberry is over there in the usual place, and Yoda's over on the other side of the room. They're sleeping. If anybody cares, we're about $75 away from Doggo Cam. Wild Red 1905. I suppose you can put anything as a condition of bond. I don't know. Well, you can try, and then if you want to stay out of jail, don't do it. Reindeer, I was watching yesterday's docket, and Bostic got caught by Judge Manning watching daytime TV. Oh, it was Bostic that got caught. Because like I said, I watched up until like halfway through trying to get the lawyer on the phone, and I didn't see if she ever got a hold of him. Judge Manning's funny. Why do you name your dogs after food? I didn't know Yoda was a food. But okay. Don't eat Yoda.
Joseph Allen, sorry. Oh, there you go. All right. Thank you, sir. We got 22 CP 214963, 109 days without indictment. No, let's see. There is a there's a split bond. There's 5,000 on battery and no bond on cruelty in the first degree as of December the 28th. Pre-trial.
Oh, that was aggressive. That
In
one.
regards to Mr. Allen.
That was a good pre.
Multi-state offender, 12 in New Jersey, 15 in Georgia, 2 FTAs, aggravated assault and controlled substance. He has a 2021 battery. That victim is an Alexandria Gregory. Open simple battery family violence, 22 CR 003728F. Nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Allen has been in jail for 108 days, currently without indictment.
He looks like he
without a
plays
preliminary
jazz
hearing.
saxophone.
He is originally from New Jersey, yes, but he's been living in Georgia the past good while, Judge. He is stationed here, and he does have a good address here. That address being 5050 Chavret Drive in College Park. I'll have to file a change of address momentarily for that. I did call essentially the landlord for that property. He has verified that Mr. Allen will be able to stay there once he is released. Mr. Allen has an 11-year-old son who he takes care of, and wants to be there for, wants to make sure he has a great life ahead of him. And him being in jail at this moment is not providing the best example for him, and he wants to be able to be there for his kid.
Okay.
He
don't have like 100 crimes
was
around the
working as
country.
well, at a
Alleged
company called Harry
crime.
David, doing line production there. It's essentially similar to the edible arrangements company. Essentially, he arranges confectionery gifts. Judge, in regards to this incident, it does involve someone who he will not be living with as well. There won't be an issue with any sort of stay away.
Allegedly. Ocean Way.
And with that in mind, Judge, we are asking for a reasonable bond to be set for Mr. Allen. At this point, because he's been out of work for as long as he's been in jail, we're not sure how much he'll be able to afford for bond, and we don't know if he has anyone at present who'd be able to sign him out on bond as well. So, Judge, all I can ask for in regards to this case is a UGR for Mr. Allen, so that he can go back to his address in College Park and be a good father to his kids.
Well,
So the alleged victim in here isn't his child, right?
Correct.
Okay. What says the state?
Your Honor, the state would be requesting at least
what?
88 Brooks, you're muted right now.
Sorry, thank you. Judge, the state would be requesting a $30,000 bond. As you stated, this was not his child. However, this was someone under the age of 18 that did indicate they were struck in the face several times by the defendant. So at this time, the state would ask for a $30,000 bond, a stay away from the victim. C. Wilkins is the name, and also a stay away from the location, 3076 Elmwood Court. We would also ask for an.
All right. Mr. Allen, are you going to live on the Clayton County side of College Park? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Fulton, thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. You can have an ankle monitor paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew. Court, lawyer, medical, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment is scheduled, the exact location you'll be working. You have to supply that to Mr. Rhodes and to the ankle monitoring company, sir. No further contact with the minor with initials CW. Last name Wilkins. Stay away from 3076 Elmwood Court, City of South Fulton.
Right.
20,000 count one, 5,000 count two. Best of luck to you, sir.
$25,000.
You can leave the booth. I got Dontavius Douglas. All right, Mr. Douglas, looks like there's 3 cases. You ready, Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Oh, it's Judge Rhodes. It's
CP
not Judge Rhodes. It's Rhodes again.
108 days without indictment, $15,000 good bond on use of firearm by a convicted felon during the commission of a crime, simple battery, family violence, cruelty to children in the third. Position 20. 22 CP 214.
Family violence and
108
cruelty
days
to
without
children.
indictment. As of December 28th, no bond on theft by extortion.
Oh,
Let's
theft
see,
by extortion.
Position 1, it's an add-on, 22 CP 214982, 108 days without indictment. There's a $3,500 good bond on possession of cocaine. Trial.
Cocaine, family
Boston, you're on
violence, abuse of a child, extortion.
4 felonies. 2016, 2017, theft by shoplifting, 2019, cocaine firearm during 2019, cocaine. 4 FTAs, 2010, 17, 19, and 2022, 3 arrests for probation violation.
He seemed to have a cocaine problem, is what I'm thinking.
2 misdemeanors. I missed some felonies because there's more theft by shoplifting. And theft by shoplifting in 2015.
She does TPOs. She did them yesterday.
Theft by shoplifting 4 counts. Theft by shoplifting 2 counts. Nothing further.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Douglas has been in for 108 days, also with no indictment and no preliminary hearing as well. He is entitled to a bond on this day. I have spoken with his family and his community who do support him. I know at least one such person is essentially a mentor and social worker for him. She is on this Zoom call as Olumayowoa Ojemuwi. I'm so sorry. I'm weird with Nigerian names. I apologize for that. But she is on the Zoom call here.
It's like I don't know how many of you remember Doug Henning, the magician, but he's like a black Doug Henning. Everything is wonderful.
I called just before
World
court
of
to
magic.
verify that as well. That address on file would be the proper address for him. He has 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son.
Yeah, and he apparently beats them.
He shares custody with these children as well. He's made it through the 10th grade and was on track to work or receive his CDL license so he can get started working. He was supposed to start with that training program on January 9th. And I do have confirmation of that. However, he was in jail on January 9th and wasn't able to attend that. Judge, just as a small bit of background on the disposition of the case as well. You've heard he has no prior violent felony convictions. It just seems to be nonviolent shopliftings and drug possessions as well. He was receiving treatment for drug issues before that arrest, and he will be continuing that should he be released. In regards to the 3 cases as they stand, he was in jail for a prior shoplifting case. While in jail, he's alleged to have extorted other inmates for money, bonded out after that. Then there was the aggravated assault incident that allegedly occurred. And then later on, he was subsequently arrested.
He just said he wasn't a violent person. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, that aggravated assault thing for a non-violent
guy. My definition of habitual violent offender or anything of the sort. Judge, I would ask for a reasonable bond to be set for Mr. Douglas. The family right now is struggling to come up with the money or whatever appropriate money they would need for such a bond. And in the meantime, Judge, they are working on, there has been a recent death in the family. And from what I've heard, Judge, and I'll have to truly verify this, but from what I've heard, it seems to have been involved with or caused by the alleged victim of this aggravated assault, who, while Mr. Douglas has been in jail, been harassing the family and
the victim of the aggravated Assault may have contributed to the death of one of his family members.
Judge, the family's struggling to come up with money to bury their relative now. We are asking for bond for Mr. Douglas not to exceed $15,000 in the aggregate for all three cases.
Red flags.
Ms. Brooks.
Your Honor, based on his criminal history, we do believe he's at risk to commit additional felonies if he is granted or if he is out on bond. We would definitely be requesting an ankle monitor. With regard to the case ending in 983, that did involve an individual that he does share a child with. So we would ask that the bond in that case, I believe that one is already at $15,000, if I'm correct. We'd ask that that bond remain the same, no contact with the victim, and stay away from the location. In terms of the theft by extortion case, I believe ending in 984, we would ask for a $25,000 bond in that case. I don't believe there was a bond set in that matter. And on the possession of cocaine, I did not hear any drug charges, I don't believe. So if the court, we would just ask that the court keep that bond at $3,500.
And he's going to live in Fulton County, Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Judge.
Boo, she can't ban him.
Verify.
Oh,
I might have mixed him up with someone else.
she wants to ban him from Fulton County. She wants to ban him. Don't, please let him be in a different county.
Yes,
Please
Judge, it'll be Fulton County, Atlanta.
No.
All right, but it's not the 1145 Joseph E. Boone, right?
No, Judge, it will not be.
Okay. All right, position 19, and again, 4983, I'm going to add some conditions here. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. Stay away from 1145 Joseph E. Boone Boulevard.
That's not what I wanted to do at all. That is literally the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. Oh, hell's bells.
A good address here. That because he's been out of work for, as long as he's been in jail.
On use of firearm by convicted Octavius Douglas.
Let's go back.
Together,
there we go.
medical employment, as long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment is scheduled, the exact location you'll be working. You have to supply that to Mr. Rhodes and to the ankle monitoring company, sir. No further contact with the minor with initials CW.
Is that the one we
Last
just
name
did?
Wilkins. Stay away from 3076 Elmwood Court.
I've confused
City of
myself.
South Fulton. 20,000 count one, 5,000 count two. Best of luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
You can leave the booth.
Dang it.
Octavius
That was the one we
Douglas.
just did, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the one we just did.
Mr.
Damn it.
Doug-
I wanted to finish this and then move on to someone else. And I was I was looking for the something else video and I
Bond
accidentally
for
clicked
Mr.
this one.
Douglas not to exceed $15,000.
as far as the child is concerned.
I would ask for no further contact and suggest if they need to do an exchange of the children, they have a third party assist in that.
Okay, so yeah, no further contact and then a third party exchange for as far as the child is concerned. Let's see, so it'll be 4,000, 4,000, and 4,000 since I made changes. Position 20, ending in 4984. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. No further contact with David Moore. You can have ankle monitor paid for by the county. 24-hour curfew. Court, lawyer, medical, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment schedule, and the exact location you're going to be working. Supply that to Mr. Rhodes and to the ankle monitoring company. $15,000 good bond. The add-on position 1 ending in 4982. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. Stay away from 962 Joseph E. Boone Boulevard. Is that your address, sir?
That is.
Wait, already no drugs, no weapons. Well, that's what a bunch of the charges center around. So we're already off to a difficult situation here.
Is his address, yes. That was just where he was arrested at, finally, where he had the cocaine on him, allegedly.
So that's where you're going to be living, sir?
Yes.
I need a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay. All right. So we'll take that off as far as stay away from there if that's where he's going to be living. You have ankle monitor paid for by the county, 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment schedule, the exact location you're going to be working, sir. Supply that to Mr. Rhodes and the ankle monitoring company. $2,500 good bond. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth.
He's like, I can go. Okay, cool. So these are the bond hearings. This is kind of how the bond hearings go. It's just this repeated all day long for these judges. So I wanted to stop doing those and take a look at a temporary protective order hearing. So that's the restraining order hearing. See how she handles those. This one's a pretty brutal one. Yeah. And then kind of a lighthearted one. Oh, I see that Judge Manning is live now. Interesting. Maybe we'll go over and check out a live hearing in a little while. Yeah, we're here at the 1 hour mark. So cool. We got 620 of you here, 490 likes. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Everything is going awesome. Thank you so much for participating in the poll. And again, we're trying to get ourselves back up to 36,000 because YouTube sucks, but we love YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube, for being YouTube, for providing us with this lovely platform. We're at 35,979 subscribers right now. We just need 21 subscribers to get us back up to 36,000. That's the goal. And then we'll worry about 36,100. Legal Vices, I live in Cobb County, says John Gray, and have been detained in Fulton County for about 36 hours, and that place is a madhouse. One of its nicknames is the Thunderdome. Wow. All right. That's good. That's encouraging. Valentino Doggy says, I've seen 900 days with no indictment. Well, that's just wrong. She should be a drill sergeant. Well, she was in the Army. Unfortunately, slightly before Don't Ask, Don't Tell became a thing. And that was back when they would ask you, you would say no, then you were lying, and then they discharged you for lying. So yeah, that's she kind of got run out of the Army before the days of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Just a great story. She has a great story. It's online. If you search just for Judge Manning, you can learn quite a bit more about her. Wolfram, isn't it so satisfying to be able to call someone else a boomer for a change? Well, it was until I just did what I did a few seconds ago. Kyle Bogue, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm a magician. I can make weed and cocaine disappear with smoke and mirrors. Nice. That's good. Mac Turner also lives in Cobb County. It's a Cobb County reunion. Pre-trial. Okay. Yes, she was a police officer before going to law school. Righty. Let's look at the restraining orders. We'll do one kind of lighthearted one. And then we'll do a not so lighthearted one. Kind of use the lighthearted one as a palate cleanser, so to speak. These are people that are seeking a 12-month temporary protective order. Let's see. I'm bigging it.
John Lewis and Miss Catherine.
This is our lovely couple up here in the top center, immediately to Judge Alex's right, Gerald Lewis and Catherine Schmidt. This is the happy couple that is seeking their restraining order. So yeah.
All right, and you, Miss Catherine, if y'all both take yourselves off mute, raise your right hand for me. All right, y'all swear firm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you still want to go forward?
Yes, please.
All right. Mr. Lewis, start with the most recent event of family violence and or stalking. Most recent event. Work backwards.
Stalking. This is a non-traditional stalking. He's not stalking her. She is stalking him. That's how this story goes. He is saying, help me, Judge, help me. I'm being stalked by Catherine Schmidt.
Interrupt you at some point down and say, whoop, and then may hear from her. So go ahead.
Okay, the most recent event, she came to my house again and brought an X-Acto blade and cut her wrist on my Ring camera.
Yeah, how's that? How's that for a start of your please help me out here, Judge? She shows up on his doorstep and slashes herself on his Ring camera. Dude, I hate to tell you this, but you must be one hell of a catch.
And the neighbors came over. The police were called. It was quite the ordeal. She shouted a lot, called me trash. She flipped back and forth between saying I was her only friend and wanting to see me, and calling me trash and other names, and calling my sister names. Police report was filed. That was the most recent event. That's what caused me to file this TPO.
Why? This one.
Let me ask her a question. Miss Catherine, so Miss Catherine, did that happen?
I mean, yes, that.
So she doesn't deny it. She admits it. She admits that happened. She admits she went over to his house with an X-Acto knife and opened up her wrists on his Ring cam.
I was there. But
So-
that's not exactly what happened.
What did you do on the Ring video? Because I'm sure you can show me the Ring video. So what did you do?
Well, I attempted to kill myself.
That kind of sounds like what he just said. I don't know about you, but that kind of sounds pretty much like what he just said. Well, I did try to delete myself. Oh my gosh. I mean, she's kind of cute, but yeah, there are some danger signs here in this particular picture. There's some red flags that counteract that little goofy, quirky cuteness question mark about her.
What did you do?
Well, I attempted to kill myself on his front porch as an attempt to see him for the last time, because I felt it was my only option.
And now you have like an entire Brady Bunch Hollywood Squares lineup here. People going, damn, and I thought I had problems.
Miss Catherine, have you reached out to somebody and gotten some help?
Yes, I have a team of people. I go to therapy twice a week, group therapy once a week. I see a psychiatrist every 2 weeks, and I'm currently undergoing a round of ketamine IV therapy.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I just want to. Yeah, you're getting some help, so I get that.
TMI, baby, TMI. I don't want to hear about that. Just.
Mr. Lewis, are you feeling in fear for your safety? So she was served on the 19th, which hasn't been that long. Has she tried to reach out to you?
Not since then.
What are you asking for, Mr. Lewis?
And so I'm asking for an extension of that. I was unaware that she was going through all of this. That's good to hear, but yes, I do have anxiety living in my own house. I would occasionally stay with my sister so that, she wouldn't know where I lived.
All right, let me see.
Where I was.
So, that's okay. So, Ms. Catherine, so you understand this put in place. You can't go, you got to stay away from him for at least 12 months. No phone calls, no texts, no showing up at his house, no reaching out to his family, anything like that. You understand that, right?
Yes. Am I going to get a chance to say?
Go ahead. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Her side of the story.
I mean, I guess I'm not sure exactly how much I'm allowed to say, but the last year of our relationship was spent going back and forth between him wanting to be with me and him not wanting to be with me.
Why do you think that is, Catherine Schmidt? Why do you think he may go back and forth from wanting to be with you to going, wait a minute, never mind, go away?
Me, just like monthly, changing his mind. And I had been in love with him since I was 16. And so just that he reciprocated my feelings finally, it was like the best day of my life.
And the worst.
But then he proceeded to go back and forth every month until
I'm your number
I
one
guess,
fan, Jared.
to the summer, my mental health had deteriorated so much from just the push and pull of someone saying they love me and then abandoning me over and over again. And then
see, look at Rayetta W. She's like, bitch. Look at her. She's like, oh, come on. She ain't having none of this story here. This Rayetta W. here in the left middle. That's Rayetta just above to Erica. She's like smiling, going, come on.
Had deteriorated so much from just the push and pull of someone saying they love me and then abandoning me over and over again. And then so yeah, I did a lot of things that I regret. I didn't feel like myself. I wasn't myself. I was suicidal for months because I was just grieving so much because the last time I saw him, we agreed to talk the next day. The last time I saw him in June. And at that time, I knew it would be too soon if we did talk the next day. And I knew we needed time apart, so I kept my phone turned off. We didn't talk. And then a couple of months later, I called him. He answered, but I didn't have anything to say, so we agreed to hang up. And then,
hold on, Ms. So, I mean, I don't want to rehash the issues you had in your.
Well, it's relevant because he never said, don't contact me. The last time we spoke, he never said that. He never responded to a single text, a single email, a single phone call to say that he didn't want to talk to me anymore. He just blocked me on everything. This was someone.
I mean, so if someone blocks you, tell me what that means.
Well, for him, for the last year, it meant he was currently not interested in me. And a few weeks later, he would love me again. So it's like, this was my best friend. A few days before the last time I saw him, he said he loved me. And so it's just, he didn't say that he was disappearing. He just abandoned me. And so I did go to his house and I did try to kill myself because I thought at least I'll be able to see him one last time, because I just was that unwell that I thought that was my only option. And I realize now that that's ridiculous, and anyone who would watch me possibly bleed to death on their front porch and not open the door is not someone that I want to contact, which is why I have not contacted him.
Well, if you succeeded, you wouldn't have been able to contact him if you succeeded. Someone who would watch me bleed to death isn't someone I want to talk to. Well, that would have happened. Oh my Lord. Right, Yoda? Even Yoda thinks she's nuts, isn't it, right? Wow.
Since that day. So I'm fine with whatever.
Okay, thank you. So here's what we're going to do, Miss Catherine. All right, we're going to put this in place for 12 months. You're going to continue to continue with your psychiatric treatment and follow any recommendations. Okay, I see your point, but also nobody wants to see somebody showing up on their Ring doorbell and cutting themselves on their front porch.
I mean,
I
guess that's.
I mean, it kind of goes both ways, Miss Catherine. I want you to get the help you need. Okay, nobody is worth that. Please put your email in the chat.
Sorry, Gerald, he ain't worth that. The judge just told poor old Gerald that you ain't worth that.
I want you to get the help you need. Okay, nobody is worth that. Please put your email in the chat. Once you put your email in the chat, we're going to email. Miss Catherine, you're rehashing. You said you went over there.
I'm not trying to rehash. I'm just saying
Okay.
the order says, in the order that I got, it says he's attempted to tell me multiple times to stop contacting him. He never did that. So in the past,
Miss Catherine, Miss Catherine,
he would do that.
Catherine.
I just don't know why my life has to get ruined because he can't just tell me that he's leaving.
Miss Catherine, put your email in the chat. We'll send you a copy of the order. You do the same thing, Mr. Lewis. Once you put your emails in the chat, you can both leave the meeting. Miss Catherine, you're gonna have to follow any recommendations, okay? And continue with your therapy. Best of luck to both of you. Both of you, I'm gonna put you back on mute. While you put your emails in the chat to Ms. Free, you can go ahead and leave the meeting. All right, Ms. Randall.
And then get out. Oh, dear me. Now we're going to go back to the beginning to, there's a lot of pre-game stuff here. And then she gets in with the hearing, another TPO. Yeah. How is her life ruined? Just stay away from the guy. Right. You can't make sense out of nonsense. Exactly. By definition. Well, this is what entitlement looks like. Well, no, that's what mental illness looks like, I think. Yeah, iPhone guy, he had down in the bottom left corner, he had some good reactions. Thank you so much for the super chat, Blueberries. We are now about, looks like we're about $55 away from Doggo Cam. No mandates. Says at Legal Vices, I always watch Law Talk with Mike with all these. Glad to see you on these as well. You need to check out Judge Simpson and Judge Middleton. Oh, I watch them all the time. On Law Talk with Mike. And Old Squishy Gardner and Biggins. I watch them on all their channels. I just like Judge Manning. And like I said, Law Talk with Mike, he does the curated things with like the episodes, the entertaining things. I like the boring stuff too, because then you literally get to see what these judges deal with daily as they go about their business. That was kind of a weirdly serious but lighthearted thing. But this one at the beginning, it's kind of long and it's kind of brutal. Yeah, Old Squishy Gardner. Great channel.
All right, everybody, cameras on and stay on mute. Cameras on, everyone. Please stay on mute. Cameras on and everyone stay on mute. If your name is not yours, if your screen name is not your name, you need to change it. There's nobody in here that's named iPhone and nobody named Rule Nice-I. Change your screen name to your name. Your name is not Rule Nice-I. Your name is not iPhone. Sir in the white t-shirt, change your name to your name, not Rule Nice-I. Your name. That is not your name. Change your screen name to your name. Everybody change your screen name to your name. Turn on your cameras.
Rule Nice-I is not comprehending. the elevator is not quite going to the top floor.
Everybody, cameras on and stay on mute. Cameras on, stay on mute. Everybody turn your cameras on, stay on mute. If you're in a room that's darkened, you need to get in some light. Rondicia, got to see your face, not top of your head. Are you sick? Get up. Don't lay in the bed. Get up. Put on a shirt of some sort. Don't lay in the bed. Besides someone who works for this office, Cofield, Kilpatrick, cameras on. Sir in the white t-shirt, your screen name says Rule Nice-I. That is not your name. Everybody, your screen name should be your name. Sir with a mask on, your name. Your name's not iPhone. Change your name.
Your name is not iPhone. And see, it's Catherine Schmig, not Schmidt. Catherine Schmig, she just chills through this whole thing until it's her time to shine, which we watched. That was like an hour and 50 minutes into this. But yeah.
Change your name. If you're on a phone, hit those three dots. It'll give you an option to rename yourself. Cofield, camera on. Kilpatrick, camera on. Everybody, turn your camera on.
That's staff.
Rick, can they put staff on there for me so I'll know? Camera's on. If you are a party, turn your camera on.
Not dealing with the sharpest tools.
It
in
look
the
like
shed
everybody's
here.
been through there, Miss Free, and we can go ahead and call this calendar since the wrong link was sent out to folks.
Yeah,
I still hear them sending people over.
the court.
Okay, all right.
sent the wrong
So I may
link
have to call this
people.
calendar twice, everyone, because the wrong link was sent out to people and probably to most of you. So when I call your name, iPhone, sir, you got a little mask around your chin? No, sir. There you go. There you go. Everybody, your screen name is your name. That way I know that you are here. All right. We may have to go through it twice. That's because the wrong link was sent out, and we want to make sure that we know that everybody's here. As long as I'm calling this calendar, keep your camera on. You need to find the little mute button and hit that, because when I call your name, and only when I call your name, you take yourself off mute and you say here. Okay. Now I'm going to
kind of is.
I'm going to give you some instructions. One of them may be if someone hasn't been served, then it's going to be reset. We're going to give you a reset date and also email you a sheriff's form. You have to fill that sheriff's form out and return it to Miss Free before 5 p.m. today. Radnicia, I can't see you. All right. All right. So you got to return that back to Miss Free before 5 p.m. today. She's going to put an email address in the chat for you. Return it to her. If you don't return it to her, it's not going to be placed on the next calendar. Okay, everybody? All right. When I call your name, may mispronounce it, still have that same accent. It's not going anywhere. Take yourself off mute and say here. Everybody, look down at your screen. You see that microphone? When I call your name, hit it and unmute yourself. And only when I call your name, please. Gerald Lewis.
Here.
Thank you, sir. Catherine Schmeig? Catherine, I see you. All right, thank you.
We can fast forward through roll call here.
I'll take that as a yes. You can't figure out, but you're going to have to figure out how to get yourself off mute when you go in there and talk to Miss Dixon.
That'll be fun.
You go to, I'm going to send you to the breakout room, and you have to figure out how to get back out. Thank you, Miss Dixon. Just let me know what happened.
I'm going to send you to the breakout room, and you just figure out how to get back. I like her.
Happened since she's breakout room 1.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, Whitney Atkinson.
More call.
Lived together for 5 months.
Okay.
Backwards, and I don't know if anybody told you that some people had told you this.
We have to go back a little bit of interesting banter here. Sorry.
I'm at Emory, Your Honor.
I'm going to send you to the breakout room.
Here.
Yes, we got a little bit too far. Okay, what we've got here, this is interesting. I like this because Sarah Sachs here, she is a law student who is representing this particular person. And this is what I did when I was a third-year law student. A lot of jurisdictions will have a third-year practice rule, where if you're a third-year law school student, you can work at the public defender's office, or sometimes I'm not sure if we could work at the prosecutor's office. You could work at like the Civil Indigent Center or the public defender's office. And I worked at the public defender's office. And as a third-year law student, if you are under the direct supervision of a licensed lawyer, you can go to court, you can practice, you can represent defendants. And so that's what I did when I was in my third year of law school. I worked at the public defender's office in Salt Lake City. And so got this little soft spot here for her, and so does the judge. So this little argument you're gonna hear from a law student rather than
all right. Let's see. Is there anyone else who is a party to one of these actions that I did not call your name? Party only.
Steel axe. I'm not reading that.
Here we go. Carlisha Wright.
Sarah Sachs representing.
All right, put you back on me. All right. So you're AVLF, right, Ms. Brown?
Yes, and I have co-counsel today, Ms. Sarah Sachs.
Third year practice act?
Yes. She's lead today.
All right, Ms. Sachs. What law school you go to, Ms. Sachs?
I'm at Emory, Your Honor.
Ms. Sanford, what do you think when somebody can't get into a better school than Emory Law School?
I think they sure are lucky to be at Emory.
All right.
Right.
All right. Well, you know, everybody's got to get into a law school. So if you got into Emory, at least you got into one. Good for you, Miss Axe. Thank you for joining the third year practice and
Law
be
schools
her
in the country, by the
supervisor
way.
there. All right. We're going to take Miss Atkinson and Mr. Browning first, since we have a volunteer lawyer.
Rodnika's got something to say, and Judge gives 0 Fs.
And that's what we like to do, because when I used to take volunteer cases, some judges, won't mention the county, used to make me wait all day. But I appreciate volunteer lawyers, and I take them first. All right, Ms. Atkinson, turn your camera on, take yourself off mute. Rodnisia, I see you. I'm not sure why you're waving, honey. All right, and I got Joshua Browning, take yourself off mute. Ms. Atkinson, if you're streaming something in the background, you've got to turn it off, or I'm going to hear myself talking in the background from your camera, all right? Mr. Browning, where you at?
Right here.
All right, but do you have any witnesses for Ms. Atkinson? Just her?
No witnesses for Miss Atkinson, Your Honor.
All right, just her. Mr. Browning, is it just yourself? Is there another, or do you have any witnesses?
It's just me.
All right, both of you raise your right hand for me, please. Ms. Atkinson, Mr. Browning. All right, you swear affirm testimony about.
You know this is going off to a good start when the person seeking the restraining order has a bandaged hand. That's a bad sign.
Again, is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Ms. Atkinson?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Browning.
Yes.
All right. All right, go ahead, Ms. Sachs.
Hi, Flair.
Yep, I know you probably going to want to make a little bit of opening, but go ahead. And when you do start with the most recent event, work backwards. And I don't know if anybody told you, some people may not think it, but I promise you when it comes to domestic violence, I'm about this much smarter than I sound.
I'll start with an opening, Your Honor. The petitioner, Whitney Atkinson, is here today seeking a 12-month family violence protective order. By a preponderance of the evidence, Ms. Atkinson will show that first, the petitioner and the respondent lived together for 5 months. Second, that the respondent committed acts of violence as defined by the Georgia Code. And third, that there is a substantial likelihood that the respondent will commit acts of violence against the petitioner in the future if relief is not granted today.
All right. So, Mr. Browning, if you'd like, we go ahead and go for this hearing, or you can have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Sachs.
Great success. These are applications for restraining orders, for 12-month restraining orders against people for doing things. And Whitney Atkinson is over here. She is seeking a restraining order. I'm sorry, it's Daisha Brown is seeking the restraining order against Joshua Browning for domestic violence. Is it her? I'm confused. I've lost. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Whitney Atkinson. Yeah, I just need to shut up and just do this. I'm confused by the seating arrangements here occasionally. So yeah, domestic violence between these folks. And they're being represented by a third-year law student, Sarah Sachs, under the supervision of Daisha Brown. Daisha Brown is the lawyer. Sarah Sachs is the third-year law student acting as the lawyer in this case. Whitney Atkins is the alleged victim, and Joshua Browning is the alleged perpetrator. And Rodnika really needs to get the judge's attention throughout this whole thing. And Whitney Atkinson has problems keeping her YouTube live stream turned off. That's the background.
And see if y'all could work anything out. Would you like that opportunity? You want to keep going on with the hearing?
Yeah, I would like to, no, you can.
See now,
that opportunity, you want to keep going on with.
Listen to this, because this comes up again later. Do you want an attorney? Do you want to appoint a lawyer? He doesn't get an appoint. You don't get a court-appointed lawyer for this type of a thing. She's asking if he wants to if he wants to go get his own lawyer.
Speak with Ms. Sachs and see if y'all could work anything out. Would you like that opportunity? You want to keep going on with the hearing?
Yeah, I would like to, no, you can go ahead with the hearing.
All right, so let's go ahead with the hearing. Doesn't want to try to work it out.
Anything you want to
with her.
say in opening? Or just go straight into testimony? Go straight into testimony. Go ahead, Ms. Sachs. Start your questions.
Thank you.
Josh was not the
Ms.
smartest
Atkinson,
guy.
will you please state your full name?
Whitney Christina Atkinson.
Are you employed?
Not at the moment.
Where were you employed most recently?
FedEx Ground.
Okay. How do you know the respondent?
We used to work together at FedEx Ground.
He's dumb, that's why.
And at any point, did you live together?
Yes.
How long did you live together?
From March until August 3rd.
Okay. Let's turn our attention to July
4 months.
25th of this year. Can you tell me what happened on that date that made you want to seek a protective order?
Listen to this shit.
Joshua text stating that he wanted to come get his stuff.
Stop. Rodnicia, what are you doing? You're not at home watching television. Get up out of that bed. If you were in my courtroom, you wouldn't just bring your blanket and lay down on the benches. I'm sorry. And let me do one more thing since I interrupt you because I got somebody else here. Let's see. Tanya Gordon. Last call for Tanya Gordon. Nope. All right. So, Miss Wright. Carlicia Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Gordon didn't show up, so this is going to be dismissed for failure to appear. What I need you to do is put your email in the chat to Ms. Free. She's going to send you a copy of the dismissal, okay? So keep it with you so that, because it takes a few days to get off GCIC. I didn't want to have to keep you sitting through all this before I told you that you could go ahead and go. But please put your email in the chat to Ms. Free.
Carlicia Wright wins
All right,
because
thank you.
the
Thank
person
you. All right, I'm
seeking
sorry,
the
go ahead,
restraining
Miss Sachs.
order
Just wanna
against her
take care of
doesn't
that.
come to court.
Thank you.
Okay. So Joshua texted he's coming to get his stuff. I told him to come get his stuff. When he came, he asked me if I packed his stuff. I said, no, you got to go pack your own stuff. He walked around my apartment. He gathered his stuff. He asked for his jersey. I told him his jersey is in the basket in the washroom where it's always be. He started pulling, yanking, so I pushed him off and I told him to stop.
So mind you, all of this is over a Dallas Cowboys jersey. All of this.
In the washroom where it's always be. He started pulling, yanking, so I pushed him off and I told him to stop. He continued to do the same thing. So I told him stop, so I pushed him back. Next thing I know, I was slammed to the wall with me trying to defend myself. I did slap him, try to defend myself. When I tried to hit him again, that's when he hold, squeezed, and bent my fingers, and now I have 2 broken fingers.
Okay.
And after that, he...
Look at this guy's facial expressions. He snapped my fingers, and he's like, nah, it wasn't me. Wasn't me. I mean, just listen to his facial expressions. Look at his facial expressions. And also, Timothy Williams looks like he wants to crawl through the screen and take out Joshua Browning here in a couple of points during this testimony.
Now I have 2 broken fingers.
Okay.
And after that, he left. He took my laptop, my keys, and my phone and my Apple Watch. He returned those and
bent his fingers. He bent
after
her
he
fingers
returned
and
them, he
broke
started
them.
sending threats. So I ended up going to the ER, and that's when they clarified that my finger broke. After that, they say I have to see a specialist. With me calling around, finding a specialist. I went Thursday to see a specialist. He said my finger is badly broken and I need to go in surgery the following day, which they couldn't do that because the hospital didn't have any opening. So that's when I did my first surgery, August 1st. I had to turn around and do another surgery September 14th because my finger wasn't healing properly and the rods in my fingers that was holding my fingers up shifted. So I recently did my second surgery, which was more brutal than the first one. And I'm currently recovering from the second surgery at the moment now.
Okay, thank you. So I want to circle back around to the night of the incident on July 25th. Can you describe what position you were in when he broke your fingers?
I was still closest to the wall.
Okay. And did he say anything to you when he broke your fingers?
If I don't give him his jersey, he gonna hurt me. So, and his jersey was in the basket as I saw the picture of.
Did you say anything back to him?
No, I just told him his stuff is in the basket where it's normally at in the washroom.
Do you believe he broke your fingers on purpose?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
See, Timothy doesn't like hearing
I
about
personally
Joshua.
didn't want to go for his jersey because I told him to go get his stuff himself.
Okay. So immediately after he broke your fingers, what happened next?
He let go. That's when he grabbed my laptop, my phone, my keys, and my Apple Watch. He left.
He left.
And a couple minutes he came back and I sent him a picture like, here's your jersey in the basket where it's at.
and he came back and get his stuff.
Did he eventually leave your apartment for good that evening?
Yes.
And did you call the police immediately afterwards?
No.
Why not?
Because I was scared because he saying threat, because of the threats that he stated. So I was literally scared. So I literally just went to the ER and came back home.
Okay. And remind us what they told you at the ER about your fingers.
Huh?
Can you remind us what they told you at the ER about your fingers?
They say my fingers are badly broken and I need to see a specialist.
Okay.
And that's our specialist now.
Okay. Did you take any photos of videos of your hand while you were at the ER or during later procedures?
Yes.
Okay. Permission to share my screen, Your Honor?
Sure.
Yeah, there's pictures of the broken fingers. So
I'm sharing what has been marked as petitioner's exhibit number 1.
if you're kind of sensitive to icky pictures, these are some pictures of some fingers. Yeah, just warning.
Do you recognize this, Ms. Atkinson?
Yes, that's how my hand looked after the first surgery.
When was this video taken?
I think that was August 11 when I went for my follow-up.
Who took this video?
I did when I was at my appointment.
Now, this is where her third-year law student thing kind of comes in, where she asks some questions that you don't really need to ask. Yeah, they're overly foundational. Let's see if you can pick out which question. The next one doesn't really need to be asked.
I did when I was at my appointment.
How do you know that you took this video?
How do you know that you took this video? Yeah, that question probably didn't need to be asked for foundational reasons.
Because I have a copy of it in my phone, and that's my hand.
Is this a fair and accurate depiction of your injuries after the respondent broke your fingers?
Yes, that's after the first surgery. That's how my hands looked after the first surgery.
Has this video been altered in any way?
No.
Has this video been altered in any way?
No.
Your Honor, I'd like to tender into evidence petitioner's exhibit number 1.
Mr. Browning, any objections? And you think you want to stop talking to whoever's in there with you?
Yes, Judge Manning has no patience whatsoever with people accused of domestic violence. That's why she was saying at the beginning, yeah, I'm about this much smarter than I sound when it comes to domestic violence.
It's admitted.
Thank you. Was the ER visit your only procedure that you had for your hand?
And I went to the hospital twice to do 2 surgeries.
Have any of the doctors that you've seen mentioned anything about the future functionality of your hand?
My specialist, I have a long road of physical therapy, and it's a possibility I may have 80% function in my hand. Is a possibility, maybe 80. It all depends on how I did in physical therapy, and if with this second surgery, if my fingers healed properly as how he wanted it to, then I have more function. If not, it's maybe further surgery, or we just got to work through physical therapy. But he haven't given me like an exact time of when I'll be able to use my hands or what's going on. It all depends on how it heals after the second surgery. So if hopefully the rod stays in place and everything stays in place. If not, we just got to go with what happened after my physical therapy.
Hearsay. No, this isn't a trial. This is an application for a restraining order. So the judge just listens to what both sides have to say, and then decides whether or not to issue a 12-month restraining order.
And how the healing process is right now.
Okay. Have you incurred any expenses as a result of the respondent's injury to your hand?
Yes.
How much?
Hospital bills, specialist bills. And yeah.
Do you know how much?
For the hospital bills, right now it's like over 20,000. My specialists for the first operations, I think I still owe them like 1,200 and some change.
Okay.
But for the hospital bills, I know my first surgery, I had like 14,000, and I think my second surgery is like 20.
And I just want to say that is so completely effed up. I mean, seriously, the American medical system is seriously effed up. To do 2 surgeries on 2 fingers, $34,000 plus specialist fees. That's stupid. I was in a motorcycle accident. Shattered my femur. I was in the hospital for 3 months. So I was in for 5 weeks. I got out for 4 days, and the titanium plate in my thigh broke, and I had to go back in for another 6 weeks. That was 1 surgery to repair the leg and put the steel plate, the titanium plate in. 1 surgery to remove the broken one and put a new one in. And I was in a private room for all 13 weeks, eating hospital food every day. My total bill for 13 weeks in the hospital, 2 surgeries to put my femur back together, all of the medical costs, all of the cleaning costs, all of the supplies, everything was $7,000. And about 4,000 of that was the private room fees. If I would have stayed in a room with 4 or 6 people, it would have been free. So yeah. Yeah, Renee Collins says that's low. One of my heart attacks cost $130,000. I've had 3. The American medical system is just, it's messed up. Yeah, 39 days for me in the hospital, over $250,000. Ugh. We're not here to talk about the healthcare system. I just wanted to express my exasperation at that repairing 2 fingers was $34,000 plus specialist fees.
They haven't given me the exact date that's yet, but I think I sent you the copy of the doctor's stuff.
Your Honor, permission to share my screen?
Sure.
These are hospital bills, I think. Yeah.
My specialist.
Hospital fees.
Yes, the highlighted number is the balance.
All
That's
right,
for the
thank
specialist,
you.
yeah.
Any objections, sir?
I'm waiting to tell my side of the story.
All right. It's submitted.
Thank you. I'm now showing what has been previously marked as petitioner's exhibit number 3. Ms. Atkinson, do you?
Or medical stuff.
Okay, Ms. Atkinson, I'd like to turn now to what happened since the incident on July 25th.
Yeah, this is not over. It's not over. OMG, judge definitely shouldn't play poker, says Bunning Sensations. Yeah, she doesn't hide her feelings towards people at all. Flux, thank you so much again for the super chat. When my dad had to stay in the hospital in 2020, the bed was $15,000 a night. The fluxing bed. Yeah, I'm trying to think when I broke both of my arms in another motorcycle accident. When I broke both of my arms, again, I was in a private room. I want to say that, and this was a private room in the best hospital in Busan. I want to say it cost me $150 ish a day. Maybe we should talk about medical stuff one day, but yeah, it's insane. Afix says, does only one side have a lawyer? Yeah, the lady making the petition, Whitney Atkins, she has this lawyer here, as well as a 3rd-year practice rule person. So that's it. Joshua Browning decided that he didn't want to hire himself a lawyer. Booraberries, there's a lot of things that you can't do with two broken arms. That's a tricky one.
Did you eventually contact the police?
Yes, I eventually contacted the police.
You learn how to do things.
Huh?
So she finally called the cops.
You can continue.
I eventually contacted the police because Joshua currently girlfriend. She also work at FedEx too.
Joshua living with Whitney. They're living together. Then he does this, but Joshua's also got him a girlfriend. So there's some side girl action going on here.
The police because Joshua currently girlfriend. She also work at FedEx too. She started with the harassment, the text messages, and the threats. So I explained it to my boss, and then my boss said, "Okay, just go ahead and report it." And that's when I actually went and report the incident, what happened. I talked to the police. I showed the police my hand and stuff, and they did issue a warrant for Joshua, and they did pick him up at the job because he was at work. And when he got released, his bond stipulation was no contact with me. He came up to my job twice. The first time I saw him and he pulled off. The second time, his girlfriend approached me and we got into an argument. And she called him and put it on speaker, and he said he pulled it up, which he did pull up at the job. And I contacted Clayton County Police Department, and we went from there, and then I reported back to my boss, and I was laid on suspension. From that, it's been like almost 3 weeks, almost a month now.
Okay. I'd like to circle back around to what happened at your work, but first, I would like to quickly discuss, did you make a police report?
When?
When you first contacted the police, you made a police report?
Ooh,
Yes.
Mandy Sandiford
Okay.
taking it off.
Permission to share my screen, Your Honor?
Sure.
This is the police report.
I'm now showing you what has been previously marked as petitioner's exhibit number 4.
I just love how third-year practice law student is like way more formal and official than the seasoned old battle axe lawyers are. You know, they've been down the formal route. Now they know just how little they have to do to get things in.
This is
Good
the
on her.
first
She's a good lawyer.
Scrolling down to the second page, which includes the narrative.
Do we want to read the narrative? That's kind of what she said, really. The offender contacted her by asking if he could come and remove his belongings. He didn't pack his belongings, not going to, therefore he'd have to gather his own belongings. Advised the offender was packing his things. He observed his jersey to be missing and asked her about it. Atkins advised, she explained to the offender that, I like how they call it offender, not suspect or person, that it was in the laundry room where it always was. Atkins advised the offender, told her to get it, and she advised him she will not get it. Atkins advised, et cetera, et cetera. So it's basically the same thing. And then grabbed the fingers and did what he did to her. Atkins was unable to complete a written statement due to her being right-handed and her right hand being broken. I was unable to make contact with the offender via telephone to obtain his statement. Atkinson was able to provide before and after pictures of her broken right hand middle finger. Ugh.
And the third page. Ms. Atkinson, do you recognize this?
Yes.
Is it the same police report that was filed on August 16th as a result of the attack on August 25th?
Yes.
Has it been altered in any way?
No.
Nope.
Your Honor, I would like to tender it into evidence petitioner's exhibit number 4.
Any objections, sir?
She said August 25th. It was July 25th.
I apologize. That was a misstatement. July 25th.
Woo! Score 1 for Joshua.
Any objections to me seeing the police report?
Joshua letting the young law student have it. Idiot.
I couldn't hear you.
Idiot. I said idiot, Judge.
It's admitted.
Thank you.
Look at Joshua feeling all confident now.
Ms. Atkinson, do you know what, if any, actions the police took after you filed the report
Oh, she's a law student. She's already starting with the what, if any.
against the respondent?
They issued a warrant.
Did
for
they
his
arrest him?
Yeah, they arrested him on August 19th. I think that's
Okay.
what it was, on Friday.
On what charges?
Aggravated battery.
Did the respondent go to jail?
Yes.
Did he contact you while he was in jail?
No.
Did anyone contact you concerning the respondent or the incident that took place on July 25th while the respondent was in jail?
His current girlfriend.
Okay.
That's not my girlfriend.
Why do you think that this is the respondent's girlfriend?
He made it very known to me at work and or text messages to make it very known to everybody that that's her man, that's my man, that's my man. That's her exact words. So, yeah.
Do you believe that the respondent had
my man? That's her exact words. So, yeah.
Okay,
do you believe that the respondent had knowledge that his girlfriend was communicating with you?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to share my screen?
Absolutely.
Judge Manning is so kind to the law student.
Number 5 through 8. Number 5, number 6.
There's a lot of
7,
text messages from the not
number 8,
girlfriend.
excuse me, 5 through 9, and number 9. Ms. Atkinson, would you please read aloud the first few lines, I'm sorry, the first 4 lines of the final message of exhibit number 5, what I have highlighted in the box?
I can't see that.
Well, first, we're missing some good stuff here. Bitch, I see that you blocked me, but you think you were doing something going to get Barbara first. Bitch, you didn't do shit then. Look stupid. All I had to do is tell her that you've been walking back and forth in my area, and look what happened. You got sent home. Lol. Girl, he made it clear that he was going to make you look stupid, and that's what he did. He told me all you was just a piece of pussy. Honey, he was just saying he was just using you for your cooking and sex. Nothing else. You were just a fuck. Girl, don't try to compare yourself with me. He broke your hand and left you for me, and you mad. Whatever I tell him to do, he do. Bitch, even Barbara said you was being childish, bitch. No one cares for you up there. Now all on our side. You lucky I didn't slap the shit out of you when I had the chance. Bitch, answer the phone. You scared now? Now let's continue.
Would you like me to zoom in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to call him about anything because he knows I'm texting you. Oh, 639 Garden Walk Boulevard. That's your address, right? I bet you wondering where I got it from.
Okay.
Ms.
Atkinson, will you?
Joshua.
Ms. Atkinson, will you please read aloud the first message of exhibit number 7? This first message here.
You're sorry asking me to send that man to jail because you're mad. You think he wasn't going to call me and let me know? Bitch, he said I should let you know when he got out. That's your ass. You want me to read the entire thing?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Bitch, that man broke your hand and left your sorry ass. Even in jail, he's dragging you out. You're just sorry. I wanted to beat your asses that same night, but he will be out soon, and we definitely ain't beating your ass then.
Those are false messages.
Joshua Brown, my man, why would anybody be sending a message like that if it weren't true? Joshua, you have chosen not to have a lawyer, but as your non-lawyer watching this in the future or past or whatever this is, I'm in your future, you're in my past. Shut up.
Ms. Atkinson, will you please read the 4th message
Well, don't skip this one. Bitch, you better pray that my man comes out, because if not, I'm coming for you myself. And I'm my daughter, bitch. Continue watching your back.
That I've included in the box here.
Bitch, my man got out. He said that he tried to reach out to your scary ass. He tried to reach out, but your scary ass blocked his number. You think the police or the judge going to save you, bitch? They're not. We still coming for you. He got out and called to let me know. By the way, he laying in my bed, boo.
She's classy.
Miss Atkinson, who is harasser's number 2?
That's her.
Who is her?
Patrice Green, his current girlfriend.
Who is harassers?
Harassers and harassers 2.
That's also her, because I blocked both of their numbers from my phone.
That's false evidence. Those are people she propped to put as harassers. That's false evidence. I'm innocent, and I know.
If the respondent isn't objecting, he should wait his turn to put on his own case.
I agree. Hold on, Mr. Browning. You'll get to chat.
Thank you. How do you know that these are the respondent's girlfriends, Miss Atkinson?
The way she talks, she make it known that even at work, she will approach me to let me know that, oh, you're not answering my text and stuff like that. So she make it known, and when she talking and stuff, it's her.
Okay. Over what time period were these messages sent to you?
After Joshua left my house, and that was from August 4th. They just kept coming from that.
And are these a fair and accurate depiction of the messages that were sent to you?
Yes.
Have any changes been made to these messages?
No.
Your Honor, I would like to tender into evidence petitioner's exhibits number 5 through 9.
Any objections?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, they're admitted. And Ms. Dax, I'm sorry, I know that you're on a roll. However, I pull double duty, so I have to like ding, 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 bounce back and forth. I have ex partes that I have to do really quick. So I'm going to be right back. All right.
Okay.
Just got to jump on another Zoom, and I will be right back.
Oh, busy judge, busy judge. All right, let's skip ahead till she comes back here. Where are we? She just kind of lets them all sit there uncomfortably for about 20 minutes. Still not back yet. Everybody's chewing their gum, drinking their water. Catherine is still up there with her cool little jelly glasses. Where are you, Manning? There you are. She comes back in right here. Catherine Schmiegel.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. Took a little bit longer than suspected. All right, go ahead, Ms. Sachs. Sorry about that, but a lot of ex partes today. A lot of.
Whitney.
Okay. So go ahead, Ms. Sachs. Got your camera on. Whoever's listening to me on Zoom needs to take it, or YouTube needs to stop, because you can hear it in the background. All right, go ahead, Ms. Sachs.
Okay, Miss Atkinson, let's talk now about the incidents that happened in August at your place of work. After the respondent was arrested, did he or his girlfriend ever threaten you at work?
He did. He haven't spoke to me since the incident happened.
Okay. How many times did they threaten you at work?
Her a couple times, up to the last time I was at work.
Can you explain what happened the last time?
The last time I was outside with my friends, just hanging out, talking, because we got out of work early. She came out, she was just like looking me up and down. So one of my friends was like, "What's going on? Why are you looking at me like that?" And that's when she was like, "Oh, I should have beat your ass because you made my man got locked up. You got charged with a felony." I was like, "What you talking about? You don't even know what's going on between me and Josh. That's not nothing you got to talk about." Then she called him and she put on speaker. And he asked her, "So who you arguing with?" And she was like, "Who you think?" And then she said, "Can you come up here?" And then he was like, "All right, I'm coming. I'm pulling up." And then I said in the background, you know, you're not supposed to be here when I'm here in premises. You're not supposed to be nowhere near me. And then that's when she was like, if I didn't like my job, I would have beat your ass. I should have been beat your ass. And then she left. He pulled up. She left. And that's when I called Clayton County Police again. And that's when I reported to my job. And I was laid on suspension. Well, we both was laid on suspension.
Okay. To your knowledge, does the respondent...
One more time, I got to interrupt you. Terry Moore, are you getting in a car and are you going to be driving?
No, ma'am. I'm just getting in the car because I had to put some money back in the machine. I'm not going to be driving at all. I'm just sitting in the car.
All right. Okay. I see that car moving. I'm removing you from this meeting, and you can get back on when you're not driving. Sorry, Miss Sachs. Go ahead.
Ms. Atkinson, to your knowledge, does the respondent have any weapons?
Yes, he have a gun.
How do you know this?
He said it.
Okay, look. Why is dude in a mask acts? I've been watching too many of these videos. Asks a job done well because he wanted to wear one. Now, why is he wearing a mask across his mouth and not his nose inside of a car? The answer to that question is because he's a fucking idiot. Regardless of why you want to wear a mask in a building or outside, if you're alone in a car and you're only wearing the mask on half of your face, that just means you're a fucking idiot. Unhung hero, I should have read this like an hour ago. Do not stick your dick in crazy. That was in reference to the lovely Catherine Schmieg here, I believe. Thank you so much for that. iPhone guy's reaction is best. I'm not sure if I read that Bruderberries or not, so I just double reading it to be sure. This was also back during the Catherine Schmieg day when his reaction was kind of amusing. All righty.
And he have pictures.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to share my screen?
Sure.
I'm showing you what has been previously.
He's gangster, man. He's gangster. Flashing the stack of money. He's strapped with the gun pointing straight at his junk.
Marked as petitioner's exhibit number 10. Ms. Atkinson, do you recognize this?
Yes.
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch.
That's him holding the money and his gun in his waist.
When was this photo taken?
I don't know. The photos he's sending me, and he also have it up on his social media also.
Okay. Is this a fair and accurate depiction of the photo that the respondent had sent to you?
Yes.
Has it been altered in any way since it was sent to you?
No.
Your Honor, I'd like to tender into evidence petitioner's exhibit number 10.
Any objections, sir?
Yes, I object.
Look at the smile. Look at the smile on Judge Manning's face. Like, any objections, sir? I love that big smile on Judge Manning's face. She's amused by the picture.
Petitioner's exhibit number 10.
Any objections, sir?
Yes, I object. This picture was taken July 26, 2020, and it was a friend's gifting it just for the picture. I do not own a weapon in my name, and y'all can look that up in the system.
Well, Mr. alleged perpetrator of a crime, just because you don't have a weapon in your name does not mean you don't have a weapon now, does it? Does it?
My name is Joshua Browning. I don't own a weapon. I don't own no.
There's no sort of system like that that's going to tell if you own a weapon. You could have bought one from a friend, Mr. Browning. I'll acknowledge your objection and overruled. Go ahead, Ms. Sachs. Anything else?
Not with this exhibit, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see. Mr. Browning seems to be itching to talk. But Mr. Browning, let me remind you, you have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. My guess is, I think your charges are in Clayton County. My guess is Clayton County DA's office or people from there are probably watching this. This is where a lot of prosecutors get evidence because people just talk. Now, this is a quasi-criminal, quasi-civil, so you don't necessarily have a right to remain silent. She can ask you questions, but I'm just telling you, Mr. Browning, if you start testifying, the DA's office, I'm sure, is taking notes, and they're going to use that against you in your criminal case. However, I'm gonna see if Miss Sachs wants to ask you a couple of questions and get, or you know what? No, what? Hey, Miss Sachs, do you mind? Let's let him, if he wants to tell me his side of it. But also, let me tell you this, Mr. Browning.
I just love this. She's like, yeah, never mind. You want to talk? Talk, mother. Go ahead, Joshua. Talk. she knows what he's gonna do, and she's gonna let him do it. But she's gonna give her little judicial warning here. And of course, he's gonna say some stupid shit.
See if Miss Sachs wants to ask you a couple of questions and get, or you know what? No, what? Hey, Miss Sachs, do you mind? Let's let him, if he wants to tell me his side of it. But also, let me tell you this, Mr. Browning. If you take your fifth and decide you're not going to want to testify, I can take a negative inference from that, which means is you admitting it. So go ahead, Mr. Browning. What is it you want to say? Because then Miss Sachs is going to get a chance to cross-examine you.
I plead the fifth, but I want a lawyer. I want to be prepared and have a lawyer and have my evidence put forward to this case too, because I feel like
pleading the fifth. He's pleading the fifth, Miss Sachs. That means, sir, you should have hired a lawyer before coming here. You don't have a right to an appointed lawyer in this type of case. Miss Sachs, go ahead and give me your closing.
She's just itching to throw down the restraining order on him. It's like, oh, yeah, you plead the fifth now. All right, get to your closing so we can throw down the restraining order.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's pissed.
Authorized by the Family Violence Act, the 3 statutory requirements for obtaining a 12-month family violence protective order are 1, a required relationship, 2, an act of family violence, and 3, the likelihood an act of violence will occur if the court's intervention. We have heard through the petitioner's
Atkinson, stop listening to it on stream, please. Go ahead, Ms. Sachs. She's got that play on stream. Go ahead.
We've heard through the petitioner's testimony today that the petitioner has met all 3 requirements. A preponderance of the evidence shows that the petitioner and respondent lived together, that the respondent committed the offense of aggravated battery, and that due to his girlfriend's repeated threats, his girlfriend's repeated threats, there's a substantial likelihood that his future behavior will remain consistent with his past violent acts. Finally, we've heard that Mrs. Atkinson has genuine fear for her safety, or we would have heard that Ms. Atkinson has genuine fear for her safety. Thus, the petitioner respectfully requests that the court grant the 12-month protective order and grant such further relief as deemed just and proper. Thank you.
All right, so I have the total of her medical bills so far. 1, 2, 1, 9, 8 plus. Let's see. So is the $20,157.02? Has that already been ran through insurance and things like that, and that's just what she's going to have to pay?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And if
that's $20,000 after insurance. Oh my Lord.
She gets this paid back in monthly installments. Obviously, it'll probably take a long time. How would she like that sent to her?
Ms. Atkinson, how would you like the funds to be sent to you?
He can send it to direct deposit or whichever, or a check. It don't matter.
All right. Direct deposit. He has your account number?
No, I mean, he can Apple Pay to me. Can he use Apple Pay to me?
Does he? Hold on. Does he know how to send it to you? Does he have your handle or whatever you call it? Be able to send it to you, Apple Pay. Damn! Please stop watching it on YouTube. I can hear
it. Yes, only thing for Apple Pay, he just got.
People aren't very smart. Just listen to the damn judge.
Send it to my number.
All right. Well, he knows your number. Okay. Thank you for educating me. All right. What else, Ms. Sachs? You want the 12 months? You want FVIP?
We want the 12 months. We want to order the respondent, of course, not to return to her property, also to stay at least 200 yards from her at all times. We would also like to order the respondent to undergo a batterer's intervention program and follow the treatment required.
Anything else you want to say, sir?
Plead the fifth.
All right. All right. Here's what we're going to do. It's going to be in place for 12 months, Miss Free. Sir, you're going to be given a compliance date where you're going to need to show up. You're going to have to go and attend FVIP. And you're going to have to make payments to her at $1,000 a month via Apple Pay beginning November the, let's see, how about November the 15th and the 15th of each month after this. And I think, are you going to draft this, Miss Sachs?
Yes. Yes.
I believe my co-counsel Daisha.
Okay. All right. So we'll do FVIP. He'll make $1,000 payment a month for until $21,376.30 is paid in full beginning November the 15th. He'll take the FVIP class and he'll pay her via Apple Pay. Anything else, Ms. Brown, that I missed?
You can't send $1,000 on Apple Pay.
You said two $500 payments. Whatever you got to do, it's got to be $1,000 total on the 15th of each month. Anything else, Ms. Brown?
That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. However, you got to make it so that she gets a total of $1,000 a month on the 15th of each and every month until that $21,376.30 is paid for. 200 yards, sir. Don't go near where she works. Don't have anybody else contact her, or you will be in violation. And you can get charged with aggravated stalking here in Fulton County.
Can I have another trial to fight it against that?
No, sir.
Judge trying not to laugh. Can I just have another trial to fight it? Yeah, nope.
Another trial to fight it against that?
No, sir. That's it. If you put your email in the chat, we'll email you a copy of the order and you can turn it over to your lawyer. Once y'all both put your emails in the chat, Ms. Sachs, if you want to send that order to Ms. Free, we will we'll get you a copy of the order once I sign it. Mr. Browning, put your email in the chat and we can send you a copy of the order once I sign it. It's in place and you can get it to your lawyer. Now, sir, when we have your compliance hearing, which you're going to get it, that's why we need your email. We're going to check. If you're not making those payments, I can put you in jail until you pay a purge.
Okay.
All right. Best of luck to you guys. Thank you both. Thank you, Ms. Sachs. Well done.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
Absolutely. Thank you. Y'all stay healthy and safe. All right. Let's see. How'd it go? Ms. Dixon, how'd it go?
It did not go well, Your Honor. So it looks like we're going to have a hearing.
They had a little attempted mediation back there. Now, see, I was going to end this here and go watch a different Judge Manning clip, but we have a lot of this going on in the chat. I want to know Rodnika's story. Please have Rodnika next. And Pastor Flash, clean and sober, member for 1 month, says Rodnika has ants in her pants, can't stop moving. Let's throw this up to a vote, to an impromptu vote. Do we want to go on to one more different Judge Manning thing, or do we want some Rodnika? 1 for Rodnika, 2 for something else. Just do a quick flash chat there. 1 for Rodnika, 2 for something else. And go. There has literally been 2 Rodnikas and 1 420. There's 3. I mean like 2 others. All right, 4. There's actually more 69s than there are votes for something else. All right, we'll do Rodnika here, and then we'll wrap it up. Judge Manning is actually live now. Let's see who is YouTube streaming right now. YouTube, who is streaming that we can funnel ourselves into. Redirect. Who we gonna redirect to? Who we gonna redirect to? Live. Here we go. Currently, customization, redirect, uncivil law, cool frog, future conflict. Are they not doing the crazy chick trial right now? Yeah, MLS isn't streaming now because I don't see. Let me just type in manually MLS law. Ah, yes, he is. Okay. I didn't see it didn't pop up automatically, but it does when I search for it manually. So, all right, we are all locked and loaded to head over to MLS when we finish up Rodnika's story. Let's see what we got to find Rodnika here. Let me embiggen my screen so I can see. Where are you, Rodnika? Rodnika's down there. Let me see if we can see it. Oh, yeah, that was some bruising. The guy was bashing his girl's head off the wall. Where'd we go, Rodnika? Wait, where's Rodney? Rodnika, where are you? Did we lose Rodnika? Oh. Wait, where are you, Roddy? Roddy Piper. Is that Rodnika? Is that Rodnika there? Nope, that's to Erica. Huh. What happened to Rodnika? Well, there's still like some time for Rodnika to reappear here. We got a Tony sighting? Ooh. Yeah. It appears that Rodnika has just dropped off maybe she was just like hanging out there and kind of, the iPhone guy's back. Ari Parker, Quinn, you got your phone on sideways there. Huh. Well, let's go back to our last known sighting of Rodnika. We need to put out a bolo for Rodnika. Roddy. Okay, there she was there when the videos were being shown. She's still there when this guy's video. Okay, now we come back from this particular. That's a gunshot. Jeez. And from this point, Rodnika has just disappeared. She vanishes, just like the Bermuda Triangle here. Scrolling through here to see if there's any signs of Rodnika showing up. Nope. Huh. Well, sorry, folks. David's iPhone, Dwayne, Retta. Yep. Rodnika just literally disappeared. Oh, there she is. Rodnika's back. Rodnika's back here. Okay. Oh, Rodnika's got some Funyuns. You know she's high as fuck. She's laughing at everybody. She's got Funyuns. If there is any sign that anyone is high as fuck, it's when they're laughing at everything and eating a bag of Funyuns. Like literally, Funyuns are stereotypical high as fuck food. All right. Rodnika busting out the Funyuns. All right. Oh, Rodnika's talking. Woohoo! Ladies and gentlemen, is Dwayne Hall in with Rodnika? Yeah, because Rodnika. All right, there we go. All right. We have the beginning of Rodnika. And it's a short one too. It's about 12 minutes because 12 minutes from now, Gerald and Catherine start. So, all right. Yeah, I love Funyuns and I'm clean and sober. No, seriously, Funyuns are that's like one of my kryptonite things. I love Funyuns. They're just nothing but salt and onion flavoring and like deep fried air. That's literally all they are. They're onion flavored, heavily salted, deep fried air. I love them. All right, let's go, Rodnika. Who's grandma talking down there? Mrs. Hamcourt. Kizzy, welcome. Long time no see. Thank you for the super chat. My brother was set up by his ex and ended up hanging himself in jail after finding out he couldn't see his kids. Where's the proof he caused the injury? Well, he didn't deny it, first of all. He didn't have any witnesses saying he didn't do it. This is just a restraining order. It's not a guilty verdict. It's not a trial. He's on trial for it. These are just simply restraining order applications. God, that's a horrible story, Kizzy, but yeah, you know, that sucks. Guy's not in jail. He's out of jail. He's awaiting trial. This is just simply restraining orders. But again, yes, not proof he did it. It's just the judge saying, you guys stay away from each other for the next however long. Oh yeah, and pay the medical bills. Yeah, well, his girlfriend admitted it twice. Actually, there were 2 times, but again, she said it. But the judge just said you got to pay. So if it turns out he didn't do it, then she'll have to pay it back. But yeah, this is just a restraining order thing here. So let's see what Rodnika's up to.
All right, everybody, if you stand by, let me get back to this one right here. Let's see, Dwayne Holt and Rodnika Williams. Miss Williams, up off the bed. Don't want to see you. All right, Mr. Williams, where you at?
Oh, she's got a mouthful of Funyuns. She's got to wipe the Funyuns dust off her hand here. That's the only problem with the Funyuns. You eat them, your fingers get wet, you eat another one, and then just like the wetter your finger gets, the more the Funyuns powder starts to stick to it.
Hey, Mr. Hall. Yep. Right, y'all both raise your right hands for me. Y'all swear a firm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing.
Wait, what the fuck, Rodnika? Hang on.
Both raise your right hands for me.
She's got a damn Funyun in her hand while she's swearing in. I thought her fingers were just jacked up, but no, that's half of a Funyun Rodnika has in her hand while she's swearing in.
Y'all swear a firm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, Mr. Hall?
Right here, Your Honor.
Miss Williams?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, no.
Glad to see you out of bed. Mr. Hall, you have any witnesses besides yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
No, she's not throwing gang signs. She's just eating Funyuns. She just had half a Funyun in her hand while she was swearing in. Oh, Lord. All right, let's find out what Rodnika's story is.
What about you, Miss? Where are the witnesses at, Mr. Hall?
All around.
I'm here, his mother.
All right, ma'am, you need to leave the room. You can't be in there while we're testifying.
Okay.
He's got a room full of
right.
witnesses.
And what about you, Miss Williams? You have any?
You said, do I have a question?
Witnesses.
No, I don't.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Hall. Tell me what happened.
She's high.
Where you're seeking this video. Start from the most recent event, Mr. Hall, and work backwards. Go.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I perhaps had took out a TBO out on her because I had got tired of her kept on calling me, kept on harassing me and stuff. Because back in July 1st, we had that was her last day here at my home. And she started making like multiple threats, talking about saying something about she was gonna get some peoples to pull up at my house and start threatening my mom, saying something.
Sorry, that's really funny, Joel. Joel Reese. Catherine is next to Gerald. She's happy now. That's actually really funny. Touche for that. You win the comment of the day.
About she was gonna get her mom to jump my mom and stuff because we were asking her back for the house keys and stuff like that. And then ever since when we had broke up, she kept on calling, kept on doing the harassing phone calls. And about like the 2nd or the 3rd week of July, she had popped up there at my job.
What?
And well, I was out.
Hang on. Did you say that he popped out my jaw? I'm sorry, we're on really bad subtitles here.
About like the 2nd or the 3rd week of July, she had popped up there at my job.
Oh, popped up there at my job. All right.
And Before I was out, had took a break. I probably had seen her right there by my jaw.
Well, hey, Miss Rodnika, first things first, you show up in my courtroom, you're laying in the bed. Then you leave your camera on after the counter call and you get tucking yourself in, getting all cozy like this is some sleep story that's going to put you to sleep. Now you're sitting there, ma'am, you're eating Funyuns, and you think this is just a big old joke.
I have a question.
And you're not listening. I'll hear your side.
Holy shit, even I'm scared right now. Even I'm scared of Judge Manning right now, and I'm just watching this on YouTube. We just Dawn, Soulless Ginger, you says, can we see the beginning of Gerald? We saw the whole thing. So can we please see the beginning of Gerald and Catherine? We watched the whole thing. Go back and watch it. It was like the second thing we did.
Miss Williams, go ahead.
Okay, the stuff that he just said, it's not true because I came to the job. I did come to the job.
So it is true.
Well, then it is true. He said you came to his job.
Okay, I came to the job to see how he was doing. That's all.
Okay.
Like the part of his house, that's not a part. No. And then important that I have a gun in my phone that he said he was going to shoot me with his gun.
So you didn't file a counterclaim against him, ma'am. This is about you. And then did you go? I mean, you went. He told you to leave alone, get out, and then you turn around and you go up to his job. You say he's lying about it, but then you say, "Yep, I did go to his job." So did you?
I have a threat. I have video in my phone right now.
So this is about you didn't file a counterclaim.
So shut up.
Listen, when I went to the office,
even I know that was a dumb thing to say to the judge. Telling a judge to listen? Oh Lord. Let's I imagine Judge Manning is not going to be taking that too well when Rodnika tells her, "You listen to me, Judge." Holy shit.
Video in my phone right now.
So this is about you didn't file a counterclaim. Did you?
Listen, when I went to the office,
No. This is we don't do that. Did you threaten his mother?
No, I did not. I didn't say not one word to his mama. I didn't say nothing threat to his mama.
Ain't nobody believing her.
Stand by. Mr. Hall said your mama's out of the room, right? Can you bring your mama back in the room for me?
Okay.
Mama.
I'm going to go.
I was going to say she better be when she can't hear you.
Well
Yes,
played,
ma'am.
Dwayne.
All right, Mom. I'm sorry. Are you Miss Hall? I just know Mom.
Oh, Mom, Miss Robinson.
Okay. Okay, Miss Robinson. Can you do me a favor? Can you raise your right hand for me? You swear firm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. Go ahead and tell me what you personally witnessed with Miss Williams.
Anika is a compulsive liar. She's very ungrateful. She's very manipulative. She's very sneaky. And she did say that she was going to have her mother and her sister to pull up at my house, not once, not twice, but 3 or 4 times. And when I asked Renika for my keys up for her moving out July the 1st, she didn't have 1 key. She didn't have 2. She had 3 keys to my apartment. She's a very good liar, very manipulative. Sneaky.
But do you feel in fear for your safety?
Say yes.
Yes, ma'am. Because her mother and her sister, they are good about going around fighting people for her battle. They fight. She called them and they come and they fight people for her. She also had someone to pull up. They was having a hotel party.
Is Ari Parker, is she shaving? What the hell is going on here? She looks unamused by the whole proceedings, but she's shaving here. It's kind of weird.
One night, she had her sister's boyfriend, and her mother.
If you're old as me, you'll know this is Flip Wilson here. This looks just like Flip Wilson.
And to pull up and to fight some of the S's in the
Yeah. Well, Miss Rodnika seems to think it's more important, excuse me there, Miss Robinson, to talk on her phone to somebody instead of paying attention while she's eating Funyuns, licking her finger. So
probably talking to her mother and sister now. From the
what do you think you're gonna do? Send a mama down here to pull up on me?
Yes, you probably will.
I doubt it. That wouldn't be a good move. That wouldn't be a good move for her mama. I could.
Oh, Judge Manning just gave an I doubt it. Touche. Judge Manning just gave us an I doubt it. Oh no, Flip Wilson looked better. Oh no. OMG, it is Flip. Seriously, it's all Flip Wilson. See, I'm believing Mama. Mama got no reason to lie. But yeah, just that's Judge Manning right there. Take your swing.
Send a mama down here to pull up on me?
Yes, you probably will.
I doubt it. That wouldn't be a good move. That wouldn't be a good move for her mama. I can promise you that. All right, Miss Williams, hang up with your mama or whoever you're talking to on the phone and respond to the allegations about you.
Okay, I got one question to say.
Yeah, Mama's an old head.
I can get my mom to put up with me to get my stuff out of the house.
No, you called them people.
Hey, Miss Robinson, Miss Rose, I got this. Go ahead.
I was moving my stuff out of the house. Me and my mom was on the phone. I called the police. I had to come to the house, and they came.
The judge is a lesbian female Branca. Nice.
Yes, my mom called
me. Turn your phone off. Turn it off. I don't want to keep hearing it going on. You're in court. What do you want to say? Because you really want to answer that phone and talk to your mom.
No, I'm talking to you.
Look at Brianna Fagan down here. Brianna Fagan, she's got the facial expression. She's getting all big-eyed. She's like, what? Check out Brianna Fagan down here.
What do you want to say? Because you really want to answer that phone and talk to your mom.
No, I'm talking to you.
Brianna's like, oh, no, you didn't say I'm talking to you, Judge.
No, I'm talking to you. So I'm fixing my fat because everything they saying, I was moving my stuff.
Talking to you. You know what, ma'am?
This is great. Even the subtitles are making me laugh. I'm thinking about fat because everything they say. Even the subtitles are entertaining. I'm so glad you guys told me to do Rodnika here. Panda Milk, this is not entertaining. This is just sad. This is why we're showing this. This is real life court. This isn't Alex Murdaugh murder trials. This isn't Johnny Depp civil trials. This is everyday rando normal people in court. This is what Judge Manning puts up with every day of her life. This is what every judge puts up with every day in their life. Oh, hell.
I was moving my stuff.
Talking to you. You know what, ma'am? You're looking, somebody's in that room talking to you. Who's in there talking to you?
My boyfriend. So listen.
What?
So listen. So when I was moving my stuff, I was already giving her. Listen,
all that stuff out of here.
Ms. Robinson, I got this. Go ahead.
So I was moving my stuff out the house already. The police came and escorted me and get my stuff out the house, and they came. I called the car out to the house. I did. Because my mom said call the cops, and I did.
Nice. That's a good one. I like that one. Where'd that go? Judge Mike and Mike and them. Oh man, that's a good one. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, Mike and them, Judge Manning, about to go off on Rodnika like she just found a jelly donut in her footlocker.
Holy Jesus.
Nice.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
All right.
So whatever they saying is not true. Because guess what? When I was staying with them, he kept hitting on me. Yes, he was. He kept touching me. I violated that.
You violated.
Yes, he kept hitting on me. Like, yeah, hitting on me.
All right. So you don't have any kind of counterclaim against him. Anything in, and you can put Mr. Holt back on camera, Ms. Robinson. Anything else you want to tell me specifically related to the allegations that Mr. Hall made?
Okay, Mr. Bahal did. He like he always hit on me, always.
See, you guys didn't know I had that exact thing locked and loaded. Yeah, I had old Gunny there locked and loaded. Oh my Lord, what was that about peeing?
To the allegation, Ms. Robinson. Anything else you want to tell me specifically related to the allegations that Mr. Hall made?
Okay, Mr. Bahal did. He like he always hit on me, always.
On me.
The other night and nothing new. He always hit on me.
Hit on me.
So when I tried to go put a charge on him back.
And why does Alexandra Park look sort of like a mixture between The Undertaker and Weird Al? That's weird.
This situation, it never failed. And I talked to an officer about this. I have it in the office when I got the paper. He have his friends calling my phone last night harassing me. He have this girl named Lulu calling my phone harassing me about the charge. He wanted all this.
Anything else?
And another reason he threatened me. He threatened my family.
Anything else? You have proof? You have any evidence? You don't have witnesses? You have anything like that? So do you have anything else?
He said he was gonna kill me with his gun. I have the gun in I have the gun in my phone right now. You want to see it? I will show it to you.
You have a gun in your phone?
Yes.
What?
I don't think I even understand that statement. You have a gun in your phone.
Yes, I had a gun sent to my phone. Yes, I did.
I don't understand what you're saying. You had a gun sent to your phone. That doesn't really make any.
Listen, the gun came up. Someone sent me the gun, the picture that he said he was going to shoot me with the gun.
Oh, picture of a gun.
Well, he didn't. That was somebody else.
Oh God. Okay, never mind. Alexander Park actually looks like Little Richard and The Undertaker.
Anything else you want to talk to me about that's relevant to this hearing?
Only thing I want him to do is stay away from me.
All right, and you're going to stay away from him for 12 months.
I love Jim. I want him to stay away from me. Okay, and you're going to stay away from him for 12 months.
Stay 200 yards away from him. No contact with him or anybody going to get anybody to contact him. You're also going to take the FFIP class, was a 26-week class. Ms. Williams, put your email in the chat so that I can send you your compliance hearing notice, because if you don't, you're not in compliance, you're not doing what you say, you could be incarcerated for not following my order. Put your email down there in the chat to Miss Free. Then you can go hang up, talk to your mama all day long or whoever's calling you. All right, put your email in the chat. Once you both, you, Mr. Hall, and you, Ms. Williams, put your email in the chat. Y'all can both leave them. Y'all stay healthy and safe and have a good week. This hearing's over. Moving on to the next one. All right, let's see. John Lewis and Miss Catherine?
Miss Captain. Whoo! Okay. Thank you, everyone that made me watch that Rodnika thing. I should have known it was going to be good just by the way she was acting through that whole thing. Oh, Lord. Wow. Jewelry says this is far more entertaining than I thought. Now these are great because this isn't the high drama thing. This is just people slogging through their day. Next time we might do some of the jail appearances, some of the first appearances where it's just people that are still stoned out of their mind, people that are still drunk, people that are going through withdrawals, and they're all shaggy and ratty in their prison gear. Oh my Lord. Wow, Rodnika was the thing. She was a little Miss Thing over there. Geez. But I still am kind of weirded out here by Alexandra Park. Tell me that's not like Little Richard morphed with Weird Al Yankovic. But anyway, that's rude of me. I should shut up. Seems how I'm the perfect specimen of manhood over here. Yeah. It's like Effort Friday. For them, it's Effort Friday every day. Little Richard, I'm gonna scream like a white woman. Woo! Yeah. Oh, I love Little Richard. Actually, I was deep diving some Little Richard videos yesterday, which is kind of weird. Timing wise. Not that Little Richard was weird. Little Richard was the shiz. If you go back to some, I was deep diving like some old Mike Douglas shows where Little Richard and Liberace were there together. That was entertaining. The Dread Pirate Wesley again. This judge is a lesbian female Branca. We read that. Kizzy, thanks, chat. Amazing EMS resuscitated him, but it was too late. He was able to save lives with organ donation. Some things bring it back up. Sorry, Jeff. Man, that really is a really bad story. Sorry to hear that happen to you. We're over here making light and having fun and doing things, and yeah. Sorry to hear your story, and sorry you may have been upset, but we love to have you here. And Shane Schuma, what the frick did I just tune into? Judge Manning's courtroom. TPO, the Temporary Protective Order hearings. Yeah, I thought it's been a while since we've done one of these, and I thought it'd be fun to do it again. I now know who Judge Manning is, and I am a fan. I love Judge Manning. Seriously, she is a hoot. And if you go to Law Talk with Mike and search for the Judge Manning clips, they're really good. And Biggin, Biggunii. He has some good Manning clips as well. Sort of the isolated things where she gets pretty agitated. Judge Webster is fun in Kansas. Yeah, we got Judge Middleton in Minnesota. Is that where he is? And then Judge Simpson. We got a lot of good YouTube judges that are good. Where was the screaming goat when we need it? We've retired the screaming goat. Now we have the Wilhelm scream. That's our goat replacement. All right. Middleton is in Michigan. That's right. I remember it was an M state. A big and Bigen. I thought it was Bigenii. All right. Well, that's where we are today. Thank you all for being here for our little stream. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about cults. Maybe if we're lucky, she was saying maybe, but maybe we'll have Danny on to join our conversation about cults. Thursday is O.J. Simpson Day. Friday evening, depending what my condition is when I get home from a super hot date, hopefully. If I'm able, I will stream and we'll just kind of do some catch up on the news. Stand by for Friday scheduling. But Friday evening US time, I will be on Danny on stream, and we're going to be reading the Chad Daybell erotic morm porn. We're going to be reading through that by popular demand. I have been summoned by her chat to read that really, really bad document with her. Kizzy, I just feel like society almost always assumes the woman is the victim. Manning is hilarious. I'll stop being Debbie Downer. Oh no, there's some. Well, we just had Gerald Lewis up here. I don't know if you saw the first part, but if where are we? Is that where we are? Yeah. Our second story we did was surrounding these two, Gerald Lewis and Catherine Schmieg. She was stalking him. He was the victim here. He was ghosting her, so she decided she was going to show up on his doorstep and use an X-Acto knife to open her wrists on his ring cam. So yeah, definitely not. Women are not always the victim. Just look at Johnny Depp trial. Yeah. Yes, 2 of the 3 cases today had male victims and female offenders. Oof. Well, we don't need this. We don't need to screen up anymore. All righty. So, yep, that's it. Tomorrow we'll be doing cults. Hopefully we can get Danny to join us. Depends if she can work her morning schedule out to be working from home. Thursday, O.J. Simpson Day with Chandler Remington. Friday, depending on if I am able or not, Friday morning U.S. time might be a legal news roundup, kind of what I wanted to do last Friday, but couldn't because I had the coolest guests ever on. And then Friday evening U.S. time will be the Chad Daybell erotic morm porn love letters to Valo on Danny on stream. And at some point during the weekend, I'm thinking maybe possibly most likely a Saturday night time. I'm gonna throw together a members only chat. I'll post it. You should get the notification if you're one of my members, and we'll just sit and talk. We have not done a members only stream for a long time. So at some point during this weekend, we'll put up a members only chat where we can just sit and chat for an hour or two together. Just have fun. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here on this lovely evening. I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Tuesday. All right, it's Wednesday, I guess. Is it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday here. It's just turned Wednesday. It's Tuesday everywhere else. What time, Jeff? Better not be. I just don't know. Probably around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night. It might be Sunday morning. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I have to see my weekend schedule. I got a bunch of stuff to do. When I have time, I'll put it up. You should get a notification, but want to see all the members there. I want to see everybody's member or something like that. Thank you all for being here. I love all of you to death. Flux, welcome. What are you supposed to listen to now? We are going to go over to MLS, and he is streaming the other trial of the other crazy woman, a woman who also killed her son allegedly. Right. So, mods, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being so moddy. Chat. Vice Squad chat is the best chat, is the only chat. It is the capital T chat. Anybody that subscribed, did we have any subscribers during this? What do we got here? How we doing? We have gained, drum roll please, 2 subscribers. We're up to 979 now. No, I guess that's where we started, wasn't it? We gained 2 and lost 2. 21 more subscribers, and we'll get back to 36,000. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so on your way out. In about 20 seconds, we will be going over to MLS Law to pick up the trial. All right, the like and subscribe poll ended up 13% of you said, why are we doing this? 11% of you said, keep it up. Wow, only 11% of you want me to do this. 35% said, I don't know who Judge Manning is. Well, you all know who Judge Manning is now. And 41% said, I like Judge Manning. End of poll. Let me scroll up through here and make sure we got all the super chats and membership chats. Catherine is next to Gerald. She's happy now. We got that one. Kizzy, we got your messages. All right. I think we got everything. Oh, I wish I was drunk. Member for 2 months said exactly 2 hours ago. You're probably still not here. I was gifted a membership, but I didn't see who it was. But thanks very much to the person. You are a star. Also, how are we all doing? We're doing great 2 hours ago. Right. Oh, Pink, did I get yours? Flat tire can't prevent. Yes, I did. All right. That is everything. Thank you all for being here. Tell MLS that we are rating him. Let him know Vice Raid has happened. He is a Michigan lawyer. It's a fledgling chat. Go over there, give him a lot of love, subscribe to his channel, and tell him that you came from Legal Vices. And if it doesn't go over there automatically, search for MLS Law. Bye now.